Hello, you guys. It's so good to see everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you had a great Monday. Mine was a little bit hectic, couple of snafus along the way, kind of annoyed, but I'm here and everything is good. I fixed the snafus. It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm waiting for Allie because but I'm going to bring Jen up because I want Allie to hear this, but I'm waiting for her to get here. She was backstage, but she isn't anymore. So let me go ahead and bring Jen up and talk to her, say hi to her. There she is. Hello.
I'm here.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear Allie? Can you hear me, babe? I know you're delayed. I don't know if you're really delayed or if you just left that for yesterday or what the deal is. But I'm waiting to know that you're here for sure. All right. Well, I'll wait a second. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that so much. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's your pal, Carol Baskin, waiting for Allie to answer me back to see if she's really delayed or just pretending to be delayed. And Glowbug, a member for 5 months. Thank you very much. Shelly Bean, member for 2 months. Thank you so much. And Preschool Granny, member for 2 months. Thank you very much. Thank you guys all for being here and supporting you, Carol. Good to see everybody. I guess Allie for real is delayed. Let me see. I see the private chats. Okay. She can't hear anything, which is unfortunate because I done my Carol Baskin thing for her and she couldn't even hear me. All right. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
I am doing well. I've got Melissa Jade on my phone, so I was just saying goodbye to that group, and now I am all the way here, and I bet you we will have a Jade raid soon.
Okay. Awesome. Gemini, did you send it to the Blind Justice podcast? Let me look, babe, because I don't think so. I would remember getting that because I would have looked at it. But hold on, just let me double check. No, I do not have it, babe. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I might. Hold on. Let me look at something really quick. I did get it. I think. Okay. Yes, I did. I just realized I did. Thank you very much. I just got it. Thank you. Okay. I'm like completely. There's Allie. All right. Clicker, thank you for being a member for a month. Well, I know I like the other intro too, but for the jail calls, I like to keep it quick. And MD, thank you very much for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. You guys are fantastic. Okay. Hey, Allie, are you there now for real? I got to do it all over again.
And
okay,
yes, I'm so I could not hear a thing. And then like right when I went to leave the studio, I started to get audio, but I just got on my computer. Then I just now turned on my camera instead of my mic like an idiot. Probably look at me. I'm looking crazy.
Oh my God. You look like a little Eskimo out there.
Well, no, I'm bundled up. I'm inside now because I had to come get the computer. But sorry about that.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to say, hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's your pal Carol Baskin. How you doing, Allie? Carol Baskin. Killed her husband, whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. All right.
What happened? thank you. I'm so glad that you sung that and knew what I was talking about.
Of course
That
I
was
knew
so
what
funny.
you were talking about.
And my head's been spinning since looking into that stuff. I don't know how you do it. Now I see why you guys have been so interested in it, because I never was pulled to that case. But now it's just crazy.
It's a lot. I was pulled to that case because there was so much going on in the background behind the scenes. And I think people have kind of forgotten all that stuff, which is what my video is going to have in it. Oh, for Pete's sake, stop talking. Leticia, shh, shh, shh. I went to share the stream, and here comes Leticia in my ear while I'm trying to talk, and it was too much. And Shortcake, you guys being here is plenty, okay? Plenty, plenty, plenty. And Glowbug just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Glowbug. So generous. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so what I thought we would do, like we talked about last night, I just need to get to it, is listen to the last few minutes of that call we listened to last night with Amy B, so that we could sort of, we went late last night and we were all tired. The chat was tired. Jen was tired. Jen was tired. Allie was tired. Everybody was tired. It was late. And so I thought we would go over that again. You girls up for that? Or do you just want to skip it and maybe do it another day and just get right into the other 2 calls? Or how do you guys want to do it?
I wouldn't mind listening to it again, because to me, it's really important. And this is also the point when I needed a mental health break. And I wasn't necessarily doing too well last night with it either. I think today
Okay.
I'm good. I think I can process the whole thing today. It's just, we learned that Amy Bolton gave Landon a locket, a butterfly locket, and then Landon filled that locket with some of Gannon's ashes. And then Landon went and gave that locket to Miss Dee Dee in order for her to give it to Harley. And there's there's a lot. And, listening to Leticia's reaction, they say that, Landon doesn't hold anything against Harley, but she's not ready to see her or speak to her or anything else. And I can't wait to compare. I want to hear Leticia talking to Harley about this incident. And I don't know if that's going to be on the video visits. I mean, remember, we've got jail calls, video visits, and she's writing letters to and from people, which we don't have access to.
That's
so
true.
We just get as much information as we can and try to put it together. But Landon giving Harley the locket and, trying to say that Leticia had nothing to do with it, and she doesn't believe Leticia had anything to do with it. I'm still trying to figure out if that is Landon trying to get information or if she really is being snowed. I just don't know.
What you think, Allie?
I think whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
I'm fine with. I know that we have like however many minutes of calls, 43 minutes, right? Or something like that total.
I think so. Let me see. Well, the last 2 calls where I have it paused right now, is like about 5 minutes, it looks like, into the call on the 26th. And the marker is at 424 out of 457. So we have that's about right. About 43 minutes. Yep. Good math, Allie. Good job.
Because also the ones from, are we doing those other ones, right? So yeah.
So that would make it, yes. Yeah, absolutely correct.
All righty. Yeah. So I'm ready for whatever.
All right, here we go. I'm going to add it to the stage. Let me make it big over here, though, really quick.
Are we going to do the full call again, or just like that second half?
No, I just put it to like about this more than halfway through. There's probably, I don't know, 2-3 minutes left of the call.
That's
to
perfect.
The important part.
Yeah.
That's the part we wanted to talk about. So, okay.
Okay, awesome.
All right, are we ready? Now, chat, I
Yes,
want y'all to
ma'am.
brace yourselves. If you weren't here last night, I think is a better word, phone call between Leticia and Amy B. I'm not playing the call in its entirety, just the last, like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes of it, I think. But if you go over to Allie's channel, Alex Erickson's channel, if a mod could, por favor, drop that in the chat, I would be eternally grateful. You can listen to the live from last night and hear it. Also, if you, we, all three of our channels, Crime Curious, The Ward, and Alex Erickson, we all have playlists of these calls. So if you, can't, if you don't want to go to a channel or just whatever, it's all on a playlist. It's all on all three of our channels. So it's right there for your convenience. Okay, now for real, without further ado, we are going to start. Here we go.
So, read between the lines. There's more to it than you're seeing. Just wait for it.
I know that my mom has said that from day one. My mom has said Tisha is one of the smartest people I know, and she's like, I know that she has this under control. Like, my mom has like 100% confidence in you.
Yep.
Like, just knows from talking to you, from meeting you, that she knows you know what you're doing. But when it's your own kid, they're worried about you.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I can't call her in private and talk to her about it, because I'm not gonna. You don't have to do any of that. And so, like, just let her know, hey, I got this. There's something good coming next. And then I'm not.
And that's what I told her. But you're her mom. She's gonna worry about you. So.
Yeah, I know she is. But people are gonna make it worse than what they, they're gonna do whatever they have to do for the media, and that type of thing. And that's totally okay.
I don't think she really follows. She's not really following the media and stuff. Like, she does her own, like, videos and stuff, but she doesn't really seem to follow what people are saying.
Yeah.
She gave up on all that. She got rid of all those people.
Who texted you and told you about the two things? You said your friend?
That Spencer person put it in his Twitter.
Oh, I thought you said someone messaged you.
Someone messaged me, but it was in that Spencer's Twitter or something. Like, Colleen and Spencer have these Twitters. And I guess they posted it in their things. And so Colleen Powell messaged me and was like, and she was like, this is what it said. And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, did she tell you? I'm like, no. I'm like, I mean, I know Tisha told me she has evidence, and like, but I don't know what it is or anything like that. And she's like, well, and then she just said, I hope she knows what she's doing. And I was like, yeah, me too.
Yes, I got it. It'll be, there'll be
big deal. So.
Yeah, there'll be some help in here shortly. And then I got
any help you can get. All right, good. Okay. I told my mom, when Mom told me, I was like, Mom, and my mom was like, it's Tisha, I'm sure she has a plan. I'm like, yeah, she's smart. She's got a plan.
Yeah. And I mean, if it was like one of those situations where I could go, and I made sure when I said two, because like I knew people knew something about the one, but I made sure when I said two that I turned around and looked dead at somebody specifically, letting him know I got the second one because Angel gave it to me.
Like Al.
Mhm. And I said two.
Hate him. Landon hates him. Landon is like hating him so much.
I haven't seen her on there online. Is she okay?
I mean, yeah. She said that.
You know what I mean? Like with the, I'm not saying okay. She's not going to be okay. I'm saying like I hadn't seen her.
She's not okay. Yeah, she said she's having a hard time with it all, but she this week I bought like that. Remember I told you about the butterfly locket?
Yeah.
And I sent it to her, so she put a little bit of Gannon's ashes in it.
Yeah.
And she gave it to Dee Dee yesterday, and Dee Dee's going to give it to Harley. She wanted to give it to Harley herself, but she wasn't ready to do that yet.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't blame Harley. She has nothing. She has nothing against Harley. She's just having a hard time as far as everything. So
Well, notice the
she
difference
gave it to
between
Dee Dee.
people having a hard time and not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, you know,
And Al's living his life. Al's
That's what I'm
living here
saying.
playing house with a whole new family.
there you go. That's what I'm telling you.
He's not even with Heather anymore. He has a whole new family.
You have 1 minute remaining.
He has what?
And I don't, why does nobody see that?
That's what I'm saying. Look at it. I hope she sees it.
No, she does. She's the one that told me. He's with some other girl. I'm like, wait, what? Not with Heather?
She went and met Dee Dee.
Yeah, she meant Dee Dee to give it to Dee Dee. So Dee Dee has it to give to Harley. And I don't know how Harley is going to react to it. Hopefully she's happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to upset Harley. So.
Yeah, you should probably wait a little bit.
All right. Well, we only got like 2 minutes.
Okay.
But
All right. Well, have a good rest of your birthday, okay?
thanks. Call me tomorrow.
All right.
Love you.
All right. Tell Mom
Bye.
to love you. Bye.
Link.
Okay, who wants to unpack that first?
Not it.
Would you say who wants to what first?
Who wants to unpack it first?
Ugh, you can, Jen. I don't know. That is just the most infuriating call. You started it, by the way, at the perfect place. It just because it got all the parts that I thought were the most interesting. But just like when she asked how Landon's doing, she sounds oblivious. But she's not. We know her by now, and everything she does is for a reason. So I don't know. It's just infuriating to listen to.
It is very infuriating. One of the things that I caught it last night, but I just didn't have the brain cells left. I mean, obviously I didn't. Oh, you know what I mean, you guys. Brain power, synapses firing, to talk about this last night. But what Leticia is big bothered by who messaged her this link. And what Amy is trying to explain, if it's not clear for you guys, because at first it wasn't all that clear to me until I heard it the second time. Thank you, Elena, aka Neely, for gifting another 5 memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What Amy is saying is that somebody messaged her a link, and the original link goes to Spencer. You know Spencer, the one that did the interview with Leticia outside of the house, the infamous "I like to put my back to the camera" interview. And although it's a very blustery day, none of my hair is moving because I haven't washed it in a month of Sundays. That interview, that's the one. That's what it is. That's what she's trying to explain. So there you go.
Yeah, Spencer Wilson did a great job with this. I remember when he quit covering it, I was like, no, because he did that interview and just, great job.
I do wonder why Amy stumbled over that so much. She knows exactly who Spencer Wilson is. And she's following him on Twitter, and she's seen the interview, and she's following all the social media. So why did she stumble over Spencer Wilson? It was weird to me.
I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe she really is doing a little bit of, I don't know, undercover work.
Seth, you're welcome here. I'm running a live. I'm sorry I didn't address you. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome in. What? That's not the one that I wanted to highlight. What the frack? Hold on.
It's very hard to even see all the comments. I've probably missed a million comments. Hello, everybody who said hello. When we're listening to the calls, also when you're running a live, you cannot possibly do it all at one time. It is not ever meant to be a dig at anybody. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes it's to do both.
It's not ever. Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a lot for your girl. And I have the ADD, so it's even extra. It's another one that Emily wrote, and it had to do with a question. But now I can't find it. Hold on. Let me look in the chat and see if I can find it that way. Because it's not about, it's about something. It was a question. Oh, Allie, you were gifted a membership.
Oh, thank you. Oh man, I thought I had a membership. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Elena. Yeah, that sucks because I thought I had one. I could try to keep
I
one over.
wonder, you know what? I wonder, no, because I can't find that comment again. And it was a good question. Shit. Sorry, you guys, I'm just going to have to keep going because I can't.
Yeah.
It just feels like Amy really does stumble over the Twitter. And it feels like she doesn't want to tell Letecia because I know how to Twitter. And I was watching the Twitters. And he posted a link, and that's how I found out. I mean, it's weird that she just tell her what it is. It's unsettling to hear Letecia ask about how Landon is doing.
Yeah, it is.
It's she, first of all, because we know she doesn't care. That's what's the most unsettling part. If I thought for even a millisecond that there was even the tiniest milliliter of sincerity in her for that question, I would have a different feeling, but she is not sincere. Hey, Nana Banana, thank you for becoming a member, babe. Welcome to the Kookadoos. She has, there's no sincerity in her asking that question. It is for I think it's actually, it's an attempt at pretending to have an emotion that she doesn't actually have because it's would probably be the right emotion to have in the moment. And there is, when Amy answers her, when she says no, she's not okay. There's a tone to the she's not okay part of it. I caught it. Maybe I just made it up in my brain, but that's pretty much what I heard. Did you guys hear that tone?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. See, I was looking at it through a different lens, but if I look at it through that lens, I can hear it. I know what you're talking about.
To me, it seems like that Letecia sees it as a missed opportunity to manipulate. Notice that right before that, she's talking about how she looked directly at somebody, and then Amy's like, Albert, and Leticia's like, yes. And that's exactly what she was doing. During that hearing where she said, you know, you got to know how to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And then she talks about her ace in the hole and whether it's two pieces of evidence, you know, whether it's two or one. You know, the way Letecia talks about how she looked directly at Albert when she said it, she's talking to the judge, but once again, she's really talking to Albert, and she's manipulating and she's threatening, but she's under the radar because nobody but Albert knows what she's talking about. And if Landon is not there on the WebEx, then Letecia has missed an opportunity to also manipulate Landon. So, you know, she's not missing Landon on the WebEx, and she's not wondering if Landon is okay. She's missing an opportunity to manipulate, in my opinion.
That perfectly stated, because initially when I heard the call last night, and I said this last night, I said, what is she talking about? She didn't see her on the internet. That's what I thought she said, because there's that part there where Amy and Landon are sort of talking at the same time. And I missed that. And now I get what she's trying to, Leticia's talking about. She's not talking about like the internet. She's talking about on the WebEx. The Durgeon, Lou. Come on, get your life right. But that will happen after hours of listening to Tasha Lynn and that locket. Well, what do you think, girls? Should we just go on to the next one? Do you think we're good on this last?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, but first, thank you, Seth, for that super chat.
Yes.
He says, have a great life. I miss many lives. Hope all is well. And then he said, I'm missing many cases, which me too. It's hard to focus on them all. I'm curious if there's an update out of the one near you that Seth is right near. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Madeline.
Oh, thank you. And also, I wanted to say thank you to you, Seth, too, also before we kept going. Thank you
I
very
knew
much.
you did.
That was very generous.
Forgot to. That's why I did it. I was like, wait, no, I'm gonna not let you miss it. But what is the freaking case that he's right by? The missing little girl where her mom and stepdad were arrested. Dad took that trip up north.
Is Madeline Kojikari?
Yes, that's it. I hadn't seen anything about that for a while, but so yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the cases. It just is, especially when we're focusing on one so closely like this.
Yeah, and there are a lot of cases that we were open cases, during 2022 and 2023 that are now, and some of them even longer, that are now starting to go to court. And so I think 2024 is going to be a busy year in court cases, really, and in these crimes, because I think a lot of things are going to be coming, to where they were always meant to go, which is to a trial. And I'm very curious to see which trials end up getting streamed and which trials don't. But I'll be following all of them because there's quite a few that I'm very, very interested in. Boone not being the only one. Of course, I need to know how Boone is going to end, but mainly there's a ton of other ones I want to see too.
Yeah, me too. Seth said, our community has not forgotten. Thanks for remembering that. Yeah, absolutely. I hate it so much, but yeah, whenever you guys want. Are both of these calls, they look around 15 minutes, but I hadn't checked. Well, the second one looks a little bit shorter. What are we looking forward to now?
See. Hold on. 32. That's 10. Oops. Oh, Shiza.
You remind me of my Oma when you say stuff like that.
That 12. Yeah, well, you know what that word means. Yeah, they're about 10, 12, 13 minutes each, something like that. Jen, what do we have to look forward to?
Well,
oh God.
What are you doing back there? Are you eating ice cream again?
No, I'm working on the accounting for donations.
Okay. CPA, Jen.
Ice cream is definitely in my future.
You know what I'm craving is some Rocky Road.
I don't have it right in front of me.
Okay, then let's just click it and see what happens. How about that?
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Let's just click it and see what happens.
Right,
yeah,
spin the wheel, baby.
All of it. Huh?
Spin the wheel, baby.
All right, here we go.
A link.
Hello?
Hey, baby.
I was seeing if you were doing any better.
I just got through trying to wash myself.
You had a hard time.
I got in the shower and sat in the chair and I tried to clean myself. I started stinking so bad.
How long did they say it would take, like, for recovery?
4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, gosh.
I asked Harley the other day, she come and got her car. I asked her when she got off, which I don't expect her to. I don't expect her to. I thought maybe if she got off for a day, she could come here at the house and
She'll
come
come.
help me for a day.
I'll make sure of it.
Sheila was supposed to come and watch me this morning. She didn't never show. So I went ahead and tried to do it myself.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of me. I fixed me some breakfast this morning. I ate me some grits. Oh, God.
I wish I was there to help you, Aunt Brenda.
I'm not worried about it.
I know, don't say that. I'm just telling you that I wish I was.
I know you do. Stephanie called me the other day and said she was coming, but she never showed. I don't have any dependence on nobody, Tisha Lynn. I don't depend on nobody but Brenda. I've learned that.
Yeah.
I don't even depend on your mama.
I feel you on that one. I know.
I mean, seriously.
Me either. I know.
I don't, seriously.
I know.
I don't.
All right.
She
Well,
stays right down the road from me. She ain't a bit more called me, and I've called, text her to see how she's doing. She ain't a bit more nothing, Brenda. Don't even go there.
Amber, and I'm her own child, and she ain't. So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that just tells you, like, you know, I'm not being, like, sarcastic about that. I'm just saying I'm her own child, her own flesh and blood. Like, she had me, and she does me the same way. So it's like, there's no point of even, like, you know, even saying it, worrying about it, because I had to get over that so long ago, you know?
But you know what? I can't believe it, though. She turned all you youngers. She tried to turn all of y'all against me.
You know what I had to learn, Brenda? What I figured that out was it took me a
You
while
know
to
what?
figure it out. I know.
You know it as well as I do.
I'm agreeing. I'm trying to tell you what it is. What it is I agree with you. What it is she, and I'm not trying to badmouth her mom. I'll tell her this to her face. She has done us so wrong. Let us live like that growing up when we shouldn't have been, all that stuff. And then, of course, she'd rather project that on somebody else. You know what I mean? Like the blame to somebody else. When the blame was not on you or anyone else. The blame was on her. Y'all tried to come and get us several times. Y'all come to the beach to get us. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. But then she projects it on everybody else.
Yeah, and I mean, Dakota despises me. And I've never done nothing to Dakota.
Yeah.
But Deborah's got that implanted in him that I'm the bad guy.
I know, Brenda. And you can't change his mindset because he's the boy and that's her favorite. And he's going to do anything she says. That's just, you know what I mean? I had to learn that too a long time ago. This is all these lessons I had to learn. This is my own flesh and blood people, like my brother, my sisters, and my mom. And I had to learn that was just to let it go. You know what I mean? Because I'd worry myself too much about it. I had to just let it go. That's why I just did my own thing. Made new friends in a new town and had new family because my mom wasn't going to be there, my sister, my brother, none of them. So.
Well, Harley put $100 on your account for me.
Well, I don't have it yet.
Well, she was supposed to have done it yesterday.
Okay, it might take some time to go through.
Now, you make sure you get that $100 because I told Harley to do it.
Yeah.
And I gave Harley $300. Yes, I did. And then I gave her $300 so she would have some money.
Yeah.
And I told her to take that car and get it serviced. Now, Harley told me that she's staying in that apartment where she's at now.
Uh-huh.
And I asked her how she's staying in it because she said that they're not going to put nobody else in there with her.
Yeah.
Harley is so darn secret to me. She don't want to tell me nothing, Tisha Lynn.
That's what was told to me too.
And I'm trying to figure out why she's staying in an apartment with 3 extra rooms, and they're telling her that they're not going to let nobody else move in that apartment with her.
No, I didn't. I thought it was going to be so what the lady told her that day at work, the lady that she was doing the marketing with, she said that they had the unit. What they were going to do is that unit that they used for like people who did marketing and like all that stuff, they were going to clean that unit out, and they weren't going to put anybody in that unit. And so then the extra rooms that would be in that unit, because it's like an older unit, like a show unit. She said the extra rooms that be in that unit, they wouldn't put anybody in there, but she couldn't, she can't rent them out to people because that she'd get in trouble. But that's what the lady was telling her that day I was on the phone with her, because I told her to, I asked her to get it in writing.
Harley's still in that old apartment that she was in, 190, whatever it is, A, B, I can't remember.
Yeah, I know she was in this.
And she's in there with the dog. That is not a show apartment.
No, wait, Britta, not that one. The one that's right there at the front. That's the one that the lady said she could move into.
Move what, to Harley?
There's one right there at the front that the lady said she
I
could
know,
move
but
it.
I'm saying, is she moving Harley to that one?
Yeah, she said she could move Harley to that one because
Harley
that was
said she weren't. Harley told me the other day she weren't moving. She was staying in the apartment where she was at.
Oh, well, then maybe the lady told her to stay in that.
And I said, Harley, that's a 4-room apartment, and you all rent one room. There's no way they're going to let you rent one room, and they got 3 other rooms they can rent.
Yeah.
Now, come on, Tishalene, you calculate that. They're not going to lose $1,500.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying, like, the lady told her that, so is the lady saying now she can't?
Well, somebody's lying somewhere. I'm getting where I don't believe. I'm beginning to be honest with you. I'm beginning to not believe nothing Harley says.
But she's there, so I don't understand if she's there. I don't understand, like, what's wrong if she's actually still at the same apartment. Is like what's wrong?
How she paying rent?
She's only responsible for one roommate, Brenda. She's only responsible.
I know all that. I know all that. But I also told Harley, you got your car, you get a job, you don't have to use Uber no more. You get a job, and this marketing stuff that you're doing for Miss what's her name, Charlotte or whatever, Mama.
Yeah.
I said, you get a job. I said, because, baby, you're going to have to get a job because you're going to have to start paying some money somewhere or another. And then Harley comes back again, and I gave her tuition money for school when she first started and did her application. And I gave her all of her tuition money. And then she turns around and told me yesterday she had to borrow $2,000 to get a loan for her tuition.
Okay, so where did you get the okay? So tell me when you gave her tuition money when? Because I know you gave her the $5,000.
When she did her application,
mm-hmm.
she had to turn in her tuition money.
Okay.
And when she did her application, and she told me how much it was, she got her tuition check. She got it from me.
Okay, so you paid.
She got the money for that.
How much was that?
I can't remember, but it was up there.
Okay, I'll figure all this out. I'm trying to get the details.
Harley. I'm beginning to believe that Harley says. I'm beginning to believe that Harley said. And she come here at this house yesterday, Tishalene. I was pure ashamed of Harley.
Why?
What she had on. That gal's pure cooter was showing. When she bent over, she don't need to be wearing Daisy Duke shorts. And I mean, them shorts was showing everything. And I got on her about them, and I'm sorry. And she looked at me, she said, Mama wore them like this. I said, I've never seen Deborah with shorts on that. Tishalene with shorts on that short, Harley. I said, if you were standing inside of a pool, yeah. With a bathing suit on underneath it, yeah. But when you come out of town or going somewhere and you're not around a pool, you don't need to wear nothing like that out in public.
All right, well, I'm going to find out about the tuition thing, and I'm going to find out about the apartment, and I'll call you back. Not today, but tomorrow.
And I told Harley, I said, if you want to be in marketing and do this other kind of professional stuff, Harley, you got to start dressing a little bit more professional than what you are. I said, do you know what you're asking for here? The way you're dressed now? And she was at my house. I said, you're asking for somebody to rake you. Now, Tishalene, you might think I'm old-fashioned, and I am old-fashioned. But there's a stopping point somewhere.
Well, what I need to do is I need to be on the phone talking to you and her. Because I need to find out.
Now, she's going to, like I said, she said she got a check for $6,000. And she said it paid all her this and that. Well, crap, I paid for all her books. Her online books and stuff. I wrote her a check.
Wait. So you gave her the tuition and you paid the books?
Yeah, I paid all her books here or what? About a month, right before school started, I gave her all the money.
I knew that, Amber. I'm saying you gave her the books and the tuition?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get straight so I can find out when I talk to her.
I gave her the tuition when I did the application, when she first did her application.
Okay.
And then she said she had to have her books and all. And I said, well, how much are your books, Harley? Harley says, I don't know. I said, well, find out and let me know. So I went ahead and I sent her money for her books.
Okay, so.
And then she gets all this money here the other day, and I don't know what she done with it. I don't know how she spent it. She didn't offer to give me none of it back. Not that I asked for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm
gonna find out about it. Let me try to call her.
I don't know what Harley's thinking she's doing, but and then she did her income taxes, and I said, Harley, why would you do income taxes for 2020? And I'm the one that supported you the whole year 2020.
Yeah, but she had to, or she wouldn't be an independent student. She'd lose independent student status if she wouldn't have. Now, I know that for a fact.
But I was her as a dependent.
Yeah, Brenda, but then she wouldn't have been an independent student, which meant that she would have had to pay different tuition. She's an independent student, so therefore she has a lower tuition rate. But if she's not an independent student, she has to pay a higher tuition. She doesn't have a kid. The reason I was an independent student.
No, but I was going to carry her as a dependent, so I could have got some of my money back.
But then you would have to turn around and pay a higher tuition because she wouldn't have been an independent student. Now I know that's 100% fact because I had to do it, but I didn't have to. Mom couldn't do me because I had Harley, so that was my independent student. But she don't have a kid, so she can't be an independent student without being an independent student. So the tuition would have been different.
Well, anyway.
So like I do know that, but I'm gonna find out about the tuition because.
Now I wouldn't. I just asked her. Did she get her money and see what she done with it?
I am, but I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna say clearly, did Aunt Brenda pay your tuition in the beginning? And I want to hear what the answer is. And then I'm gonna ask her, did Aunt Brenda pay your books? Which I knew she told me the books, but I didn't know.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I didn't know that you paid the tuition because I was under something that you only paid.
When she did her application because she said she had to have it.
Okay, so that came out of your account, like a credit card? I mean, like your bank account?
It came
or
out.
Did you give her a check?
I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about it. Shit,
no, Brenda, I'm trying to get this straight. So I'm trying to ask you, did it dip out of your account?
As long as the youngin's going to school, that's what I'm concerned about. I just want her to quit lying to me.
That's what I'm trying to get help on. So, okay, I'm asking you, did it come out of your bank account? Like you saw it draft out of your account?
I can't remember if it was drafted out or I sent her one of them.
Or if you sent a check.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay,
I think
that's what I'm going to find out. So I'll get the story straight and I'm going to get the answer and I'll get back with you in the next few days because she's going to tell me the truth about the tuition and about all that.
Yeah, now I might be confused. You know, I don't know that much about how that college stuff works, so I may be confused too. She may be able to explain it to you where I can't. I don't.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hello.
All right. Good night, Seth.
Night, Seth.
Damn it.
Oh my dear God.
Aunt B. Now, I was trying, yesterday, I was all about poor Aunt B. I feel bad for her. She said some throat off shit. She's, but she's still a human and surgery sucks and all the, man, Aunt Brenda. But before we get to that part, yeah, ain't anti-cooter. Ain't anti-Daisy Dukes. Before we get to that, though, the one thing I want to say really quickly before I forget, because I will forget, and I can already feel myself forgetting right now as I'm talking about it, was at the beginning, and I think I understand part of Leticia's motive for keeping Harley and Aunt Brenda at odds, because I've noticed this pattern whenever Aunt Brenda sends Tisha money, she also gives Harley money, and she gives Harley more money than she gives Tisha, because Tisha's tone changed after she had found out that Harley got $300.
Yeah. And then she wanted to know, exactly what she was paying for and all of that. I could definitely see that.
Yes.
She's
Now,
jealous of Harley.
with the rent, I
With
know
anything,
that.
but especially
Yeah.
with
Now
that.
with the rent, this is what I think Aunt Brenda can't figure out. Aunt Brenda's old school, and you don't get anything for free in this world. And to some extent, she is correct. But Harley is working at the apartment complex, and they're probably giving her some kind of a break and rolling it into her pay. So, Aunt Brenda, don't worry about it. Now, I know that the day you found the bra in the back seat of the car, it went all over you, man. But I'm like 99% sure everything is on the up and up, and you need to calm the fuck down. And I'll also say this. I don't know what kind of surgery she had, but if she had anything done in her stomach, I'm telling y'all right now, I had 4 C-sections. My abdominal wall cut 4 separate times. It is very hard to recover from that. It is. And I will never, one time,
especially if your intestines are involved.
yes, one time, well, when they do that, they kind of pull them out a little bit and kind of hang them over to the side while they get to the uterus. Yeah. But after I had my oldest daughter, I came home from the hospital. I fed her, and we both went to take a nap. My mom had the boys, and she started to cry, and I could not sit up because my stomach muscles were cut. And y'all, hearing her cry, I was pouring down sweat, and y'all, I scooched my butt off of that bed, kind of rolled to the floor, and kind of crawled and pulled myself up on her crib to get her, because I mean, that's how serious it was.
Yes, mine were. I still, since I only had 1 C-section too, and I don't have a lot of strength in my stomach. I can feel it when I cough and stuff like that. So I can't imagine with 4. But I think Aunt Brenda's may have had something to do with her intestines. But I do have to say something before I forget.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to be honest. I think that what she said, like about the short shorts and the, you're asking to be raped and all that kind of, or, I don't know if you want me to, if I should say that word.
Sweetheart, it's fine. It came out in the call. Ain't no big deal. Look, it's part of the deal.
Okay. Well, to me, though, it sounds like I have to be honest, and I'm not giving her a break here at all because it's disgusting. I get so sick when I hear anybody say that, but I feel like my grandparents may have said something similar. Like, she's so old school. You know what I mean? That is some older people, I don't know. That's what it reminded me of, like my grandparents.
It is a very old, antiquated way of thinking. And we, as a society, know better, and therefore we do better. Nobody asks for it. But in Aunt Brenda's generation, that was definitely a thought. And I'm not excusing it, because at the end of the day, Aunt Brenda is, I don't give a rat's fat kneecap how old you are, what generation you were born into, right? If you want to do better, if you want to learn more, you do. And it is an antiquated and very wrong way of thinking. And I don't agree with her saying that at all. And I don't think anybody does, actually.
No, no way.
But it is a very old, antiquated, what is cutting out for you guys?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. I can hear you perfectly fine. I may have been cutting out, so I'm curious what exactly is cutting out. And Cray Cray says you correct them. Well, I spent my whole life arguing with my older relatives about not only that kind of stuff, but racism and all the things. I always corrected them, but they don't listen necessarily, so because like truly any family get together, if anything like that comes up, it's always an argument. Like, I'm always one that I will. And not as much when I'm older, but especially when I was younger, I thought I needed to always speak up about that stuff. Now I've kind of learned to just learn how to let some of that stuff go. But Both of you are cutting in and out.
I just listened to us on my phone and we're fine. So it's got to be you guys because it's not doing it to me. On
Yeah,
my phone, I can hear us just fine.
Some people are saying it's really good. A couple people are saying it's cutting out. Maybe try leaving and coming out. If it is cutting out, shut down your whole YouTube and then open it back up.
Yeah.
I know. So, and maybe that will help some.
And I'll tell y'all this too, as far as if it had been me and somebody had said that to me about my daughter, there would have been no more further contact. We would have not been speaking on the phone. If I were in jail and had no means to have a confrontation, I would have just hung up. It would have been done. And I would not have called back anymore. I would have been done because nobody speaks about my children like that ever. I don't give a rat's fat kneecap who you are, how much money you've thrown at me. You cannot, you will never be able to throw enough money at me where I'm not going to take up for my children. Period. End of discussion. So, and that was a very wrong thing for her to say. I want to get to the bigger issue here. And that is a pattern that we have seen all the time, that between the triangle that is Tisha Lynn, Aunt Brenda, and Harley. Okay. Tisha Lynn is out here triangulating everyone. Did I say it? Did I sound like her?
The Harley. Oh my God. Especially Harley's name.
Harley.
Yes.
She has tried. This is a dumpster fire of Leticia's making, because Letecia has been systematically pitting the two of them against each other since she got locked up. That's what she's been doing. And now it's all come to a head.
Yeah.
Jen, what you got? You've been awfully quiet over there. I know. Cooter. I'm not going to be able to get past Cooter either, y'all. I'll go to bed tonight, and before I fall asleep, I'm going to be hearing Aunt Brenda time. Her cooter was out. I'm going to be giggling about it.
Her shorts were so short. Your shorts were so short when she bent over, her whole cooter was showing, or something like that.
Now you can wear that to the if you got a bathing suit on and you're going to the pool, but you don't need to be wearing that out just all in front of God and everybody. Tisha Lynn. Lordy B, Aunt Brenda got mad. The little bit of cooter. Calm down. All right. What you got, Jen? Sorry.
No, that's okay. I just, the way she talks about how she is pure ashamed of Harley. And isn't it amazing how Aunt Brenda truly believes that she can spot a lie?
Talking to the biggest liar on the planet.
Right. Yeah. And those are really my only notes on that one. It's just, it's gross.
It is gross. Well, you know what? Like Harley, compared to most girls her age, is very like subtle and shy and isn't flaunting her stuff. Like, you see some girls on Instagram with the thong bathing suits and all the things, whole booty out. Hello, everybody, to everybody on Facebook at that age. That's just the truth and the way of the world right now. Harley is a little bit more reserved. With not only her attitude, and I don't know if that's a learned behavior, something fake, like a put on an act, or if that's truly how she is, but the way she presents herself to the world, she's a lot more reserved than most. Imagine what Aunt Brenda would be saying if she was like more like your average kid that age or whatever, or some of the girls we see on Instagram and stuff. I don't know. I feel like she's pretty reserved, pretty good kid. I don't know.
I think Aunt Brenda needs to calm the fuck down. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of cooter. Calm down, Brenda. There's so many more things that could be. And I think also some of it too. Can y'all hear that? It is like super, like hurricane coming gusty. Like this isn't hurricane strength winds. Don't get me wrong. But whenever like there's a hurricane out there, how the wind will start gusting up, and it's doing that. I mean, I can hear the palm fronds hitting the windows.
I don't hear it.
We're scary.
Yeah, no, we don't hear it. She is a beautiful girl, you guys.
She is. And here we go with the taxes. Now, looky here, Aunt Brenda. Whenever something like this happens, ma'am, you got to get things in writing. And then at the very end, after she done run her mouth, here she comes talking about, now I may be mistaken. You know, I don't know about all that college stuff, Tisha Lynn. I don't know about it, and I might be getting confused. Okay, calm down. You know, I think she might have had a little tiny bit of the hydrocodone angers. Okay, it does happen when you get pain medication sometimes, and you're because it's a diuretic as well. It pulls the water. You're thirsty, you dehydrated, and you're in pain and you're cranky. So maybe that was why she was now, but that doesn't excuse the one comment. Nothing excuses that. But for the rest of it, how she was all feisted out, maybe she had a little bit of the, Norco angers.
Somebody put that in the chat, actually. They called it like Percocet anger or whatever, but that is so interesting. I didn't even with all my experience with them, I didn't know that was really a thing for people.
Like perk rage. Perk
Wow.
Percolese. Yeah, you be getting a rage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Itchy. Yeah, I knew about the itches.
Yeah.
I mean, I took them for a long time. It just, I guess, wasn't something that happened to me personally, so I didn't know about it. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's a thing.
It is a thing. All right, y'all ready for this last call from the month of February?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How about you, Jen?
Definitely.
All right, here we go. Hey, Jen, do you know how long this call is by chance?
I don't have it right in front of me. No, I'm sorry.
Blocked.
But it's the last call. So how much time is left?
About 10 minutes. Good.
Oh,
13
12
minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, because, something like that. Enough time for a cigarette. All right, that's what I'm going to do. All right, here we go.
Okay.
12 minutes and 10 seconds.
Hey. Can you hear me? I can't talk too loud. Listen. So this number, the number is gonna beep in for you. Answer it, and then let it go all the way through the recording. Accept the call, and then don't merge us over until they get on the call.
Wait, huh?
I'm trying to get someone else, so they're gonna call your number, and when they beep in, how can I say it? You're gonna merge the call in. You see what I'm saying? When they try to call.
Okay.
Just merge the call in. Because when it rings on your iPhone, it'll just say merge call, right?
Yeah.
And as long as they pay for it, you don't have to press any more buttons, right?
I think so.
And you've already been up to?
Nothing. Just was by the pool today.
Ooh, it was that warm? You could be by the pool today?
Yeah, it was 79.
79 degrees today?
Mm-hmm.
She was by the pool today.
We were by the pool yesterday, too.
She was by the pool today and yesterday. 79. Dang, that's a warm February, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Me too. I came to Charlotte's house because she always makes me dinner.
Oh, that's nice of her. Oh, so you didn't tell me that you were going to go get this car back after we talked about it and it was a no.
Well, yeah, it kind of just happened. It was kind of random.
And then I've had to hear nothing but junk being told. So tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to need you to do the same thing. I'm going to let Aunt Brenda merge in because I need to talk to both of y'all because I'm trying to explain to this woman because she's crazy. She swears up and down that she gave you your tuition money when she did the application.
No, she did not.
And I tried to explain this to her. I said, hey, Brenda, there's no way possible. You wouldn't have known what kind of tuition it was. I said, because you didn't know if she was going to get the status or not. And she was like, well,
yeah, that's what I was confused too, because I told her, I was like, yeah, I didn't get it, whatever. She was like, I thought we paid for that. And I was like, well, not all of it. Like, cause then like, we paid for the application fee.
Yeah.
And we paid I needed to pay for like something to accept to go to the school and stuff. Like,
yeah.
That's it. That's all we paid.
Yeah. Oh, hey, so no, this girl said this. Okay, this girl said, you just answer the call waiting. You just answer the call. She said, answer the call, then let it go all the way through and get them on the line.
I answer it, then I merge it?
You don't merge it until the person gets on the line.
Okay.
If it happens to hang me up, then what I'll do is you just hold them on the line, and then I'll call back and you merge me in. Just tell them you're my daughter.
Okay. Who is it?
It's people that look out for me.
They're not going to have my phone number, are they?
Harley, nobody you're definitely going to have to worry about. Trust me. You think I would ever do that?
I'm just saying, I don't want anybody to have my phone number.
No, it's not going to be like that. Trust me. It's people that protect your mom.
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to answer it?
Okay, when they call in.
And then merge it, or do it
first.
The merge?
Listen, answer it first, and let them go on the line, and just put, hold on, I'm going to try to merge in. Then do it that way.
Okay.
Let it go through that recording and everything first. Then, if that don't work, stay on the line with them. Just say, hold on. If it hangs up, just say, hold on. Mom's probably going to try to call back. It didn't work. I'll call back. And then you just do the merge instead of call waiting. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
On the second time, just do the merge. On the first, do the call waiting. Anyway. So, and Brenda was like, oh, these shorts that Harley had on. And I was like, what shorts?
She said my butt was hanging out. My butt was hanging out. The shorts were longer than my butt.
She kept on about that. She was just like, these daggone shorts. And I was just like, then she went on about, you were supposed to come help her shower and you didn't come. And I'm just like,
no, I was not. She never told me that.
She said, well, Harley said that she would come one day and she would help you shower.
I'm not helping nobody shower.
I thought you wanted to be a nurse one time.
No, I don't want to be a nurse no more.
Yeah, she told me that. I was like, oh, I don't know. And then she was telling me something about, so I talked to her about the income tax thing, and I was like, hey, Brenda, she's right. She wouldn't have been an independent student, and then you would have really had to pay for the tuition.
I tried to tell her that. She was like, yeah, that's not how it works. I've been trying to put money. She gave me money to put. She gave me money to put on your account, and I keep going to go put it on there, and it just keeps saying system error occurred, not working, can't upload thing.
But I don't want it on that. I want it on Access Corrections on my actual account.
Yeah, I know. I did it on Access Corrections, and then I'm just like, it was just like, cannot be processed at this time.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I tried it like 15 times. Yeah. And I called those people today, and I had to email them my ID, even though I already emailed them my ID. And they said they would fix it, so it should be done today.
Hopefully, because I have to schedule them like 48 hours out, so I'll check it to see.
Because I called them, and like, yeah, it should only take 10 minutes. And I was like, well, it's been waiting.
Well, it's been like 3 weeks. Like, it's been 3 weeks, Mr. Sledge.
She has leaves this week, the ladies. Courtney's mom's sister's already in here.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Sadie have been chilling then. She wakes me up in the she wakes me up in the middle of the night scratching her cage to let her out.
To let her out?
Yeah, because she wants to go lay in my closet. She wants to go lay in my closet instead of in a cage because she has to be bougie and have cushion.
And she wants to know where you're at, know, like your smell at least.
I know.
Well, after chance, I mean, it's going in, maybe you can just do that, you know?
Yeah, been taking them on walks every day because it's warm outside. I'm a good dog mom when it's warm.
Yeah. Oh, I feel you on that one, I know. I feel the same way. Because when it's just so cold, it's just like so miserable to be like, oh, you know?
Yeah, they went on 2 walks today.
2 walks, dang. No one's called yet?
No.
Oh. Well, let's see what else I have to tell you. So you got that handled about the videos, so hopefully that'll be fixed. You didn't send me my lyrics.
Okay, this week I need to send you a lyrics and I need to send you that paperwork.
And
I can't figure out the taxes. I tried for like 2 weeks.
Did you actually talk to someone?
I don't know who to call. I try to call people and they're like, sorry, I can't do anything because they won't ever give me like a representative. So Miss Dee said that she was gonna ask her tax lady. Maybe I should call Turbo Tax.
No, you've already got to talk to IRS.
Yeah, well, IRS isn't out there.
Yeah. Definitely got to talk to IRS. For sure. Because, I mean, that's for you.
Huh?
I said, because that's for you, you know?
Yeah.
If it hasn't rained like 1 minute, I mean, he gonna call you back so that the time don't run out.
Okay.
You should go and love yourself. Yep. Anyway, so what do you got planned for the rest of the time? The next couple of days?
Work in school. And
Well, at least plan one day to like at least help him or something. Just if you can't help with the washing stuff, I understand. Do something.
I told her I'd probably come see her on Sunday. I don't know though, because they're about to start opening the offices on Sundays again. But I told them that I can't work on Sundays because it's a day of rest.
Yeah.
And they laughed at me.
Oh yeah. Cool. How long does it say we've been on the phone?
11 minutes.
How long is the call? 15 or 20?
Okay.
Well, what's Sadie doing now?
I'm not home at Mom. I'm at Malay's house.
Oh, you be calling her Malay?
Mm-hmm.
At her apartment or her parents' house?
Her apartment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dang. Okay, here. All right, well, I'm going to hang up and call you right back so the time to start over, okay? All right, love you, bye.
Okay, that's
So that was on the last day of February 2021. And we haven't received all of the March 2021 jail calls yet. Only March 1st, which we have 3, and they're all 3 with Harley. And I remember there is one redacted call with Harley. And I wonder if that happens to be one of these calls where Leticia's pulling the 3-way calling nonsense, which is a no-no. It's totally off limits as far as the rules go. But somebody else who's in the jail has obviously told Leticia how to get around the rules. So these people that are looking out for her, Harley's like, they're not going to have my phone number, are they? Bless her heart, even though Leticia just said they were going to call her. And then, you know, as soon as the call is connected, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's got to be somebody that is, you know, a result of Leticia's toilet talking. It's, you know, Edwin or Edwin's mother or, you know, whoever the hell it is. It's not anything good. And Harley should be concerned. And Leticia just keeps going with the trust me, you know, just trust me. You know, clearly Leticia can be trusted, right?
Yeah. But also, I think the person did call, because when I was listening to the calls and when I put it in the chat is when I heard it. I heard a buzz, a notification buzz. So I think that either she got a notification or somebody did try to call in and she didn't answer it. Leticia missed, I don't know who's telling, well, let me put it like this. Whoever it is that gave Leticia the instructions, I'm sure they gave her the total instructions, but Leticia missed out on a very important part because she doesn't listen because she thinks she knows everything.
Yeah, and she lied about her call with Brenda. Oh, I told her that's not possible. You couldn't have given her the tuition money. You did not say that, Leticia.
No, you didn't. She talks real hard whenever she ain't in front of Aunt Brenda.
Yeah. But I just don't know how a person can like just lie like that. Like, I don't know. For me, I would never feel good about who I was. I just could not go around just lying like that over the stupidest things, the pettiest things, or the serious things. Just one after another after another. I just don't, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around it.
Yeah. And Jen, I was thinking about what you said earlier about would it be a redacted call? And here's the thing. Hold on. I think that if they had done that trick, I actually think that Harley wouldn't be allowed to talk to Leticia anymore.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see as time goes on.
Someone put that in the chat as well. That she would lose her privileges to talk to Harley. I don't know. Also, I feel
they will block a number. Sorry, Allie.
No, you're
maybe
okay.
you're wrong. What?
Maybe I'm wrong for this, but I think that, you know, Harley's attitude over going to help Brenda, I didn't like that. I know that it's a gross thing and it's not fun to shower somebody. However, you know, this is your elderly aunt who lives alone. Her husband is deceased and she takes care of you. Whether you like what she says or not, you accept the help when she does try to take care of you. So just the attitude over it was gross. And, oh, I don't want to be a nurse now. Well, she's in nursing school now. I feel like, you know, so you're going to do that for strangers, but not for somebody who literally is the reason you have anything right now or many of the things that you have. I just didn't like that. I know some people disagree with me and that's fine, but that's just how I feel.
I will say this. There is Go ahead, Jen. Go ahead.
She specifically is going to nursing school so that she can deal with patients who are getting Botox. So it's not, you know.
Oh, okay. Ashley said no one should be forced to. No, she wasn't forced though. I just think it's ugly, the attitude about it to be like that whenever she is taking care of you. that's just my thoughts on it. I think that for me, if anybody in my family, like, do you know how humiliating that is to even need somebody to help you do that
Yeah,
stuff?
I
It's not
remember
like she's doing it.
my mom. Exactly. It's not like she's doing it to be a jerk.
Right.
She's not asking
So I don't,
she's not asking people to do something she can do for herself and she just doesn't want to. But let me just say this. I do agree with Allie, and hear me out. I feel like if you don't want to have anything to do with Brenda, then don't have anything to do with Brenda completely. Don't take her money, don't take her car, don't take her help, don't take anything. And the truth of the matter is, I wouldn't blame Harley. Brenda doesn't treat Harley the best. So if you're going to cut Brenda off, cut her off completely. Don't take her help when it's convenient for you. That's how I feel. That's what I would, what I would tell my children. That would be my advice. Listen, if you don't want to have, and I'm not even blaming Harley for feeling the way she feels about Aunt Brenda. Look, Aunt Brenda ain't my favorite person in the world either, and I don't even know her outside of these calls. But if she's good enough for you to take money from and a car from, then the least you could do was get over there and help. But Ashley, in a way, she is cutting her off. See, she's over. She will go over there when she needs money, right? Or whatever. But yeah, she's got the car, Kathy. So she, it is what. Look, I wouldn't take her money. That's me. If you don't want to have anything to do with her, then don't have anything to do with her. Don't have something to do with her when it's convenient for you. Well, Brenda could not have blocked her too much because she was just at her house.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Harley doesn't have a right to feel how she feels. Look, Brenda gets on my nerves and I don't take, and she's not paying me any money, It just is what it is.
And you're right. She blocked her, like, maybe potentially, if that's even true, but obviously not enough if they were still able to email, meet up face to face and all the things. So, I mean, that doesn't mean too much. My mom could block me mad and guess what? I'd go to her house, or my aunt, or you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So can I ask, why did we get like what they sent, just the calls from the first, or what? I didn't even look in the emails. What are we doing? Because you said that Curious Jen said that we have just the calls from the first.
Yeah, they sent March 1st with the February 2021 calls. And I'm not sure why. It's just 3 calls between her and Harley. So we don't actually have the March 2021 calls yet, but included with the February calls were 3 calls from March 1st. For whatever reason. I don't know. But I went ahead and processed them.
Okay.
It's a little bonus from
Awesome. Well,
from our friend over at the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, because we did have to wait a significantly longer amount of time for this batch of calls than any other batch of calls we've ever requested. So maybe that was just her way of being like, here's a little something. She probably is like, maybe if I give it to these girls, give them a little extra, it'll take them a little bit longer, because bless her heart, she's the one that has to listen to all these. So maybe she thought we would go slow. Yeah, Rachel. Oh, bless it. All right. So now we're about to start on March 1st. I have no idea what we're about to listen to. And I kind of don't want to know because I kind of want to be surprised. So let's get started, shall we, ladies?
Yep.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Here we go.
Hey.
At work. I need you to answer at 9:30 because I need to talk to that person one more time. Then you don't have to do it anymore.
At what time?
9:30. You don't have 20 minutes. Yeah, you can just pick the phone up and do it, and you can put it down during the process or whatever. But what does it do with your apartment?
What do you mean?
Because I think Brenda's saying something about you said you could stay in that apartment and they don't need it. She's telling me, like, why would they do that? That's 3 extra rooms. I'm just trying to figure out what she's talking about.
Because I already work there. Like, what does she mean? I don't understand why she'd be freaking out over everything. Like, does she not understand how life works?
Well, what I'm trying to say is, are you saying because you work there, you're just not going to place anybody there?
Exactly.
That's what I thought. Okay. I mean, to me, it's a logical process, but to her, it's just like, why would they do that? They wouldn't be people there. They're going to waste their money.
No, but we're never even going to be full. Like, they're not ever going to waste their money.
That's what I was thinking too. Unless it came to the point where you had like ran out of space, they'd have to be like, Harley, we have no more.
Yeah, which never happens.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, well I'll call you at 9:30. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Link. Thank you for using.
Hello. Hey.
How's it going at work?
Good. I just went around and took pictures.
Okay. I was going to tell you what else St. Bernard told me, right? So then she was like, yeah, she was like, just like, like if the phone beeps in, do the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She was like, yeah, she was like, they're losing $1,600 because of Harley. She's probably tried to pay $1,600. I was like, Harley's not that stupid. She's not going to pay $1,600 for somewhere to live. She'd go get her, if she was going to do that and be that dumb, she would just go get a place. Like, that don't make any sense.
Exactly.
So I was like trying to explain this to her. She was like, let's be real here. She's not going to be doing that. Like, she's paying it for these people. And I was like, where? With what? And so then she was like, did you get your $100? And I was just, I couldn't lie. I'm like, what $100? Because I didn't know the deal. And she was like, she's probably using it to pay for these people. And I was like, what are you talking about? If you gave her $100 to give me, she'll do it. So I don't know why she hasn't done it yet, but she'll do it. So I was like, oh God. So I'm like,
I know I was gonna call them today because it hasn't been working. So I figure I can just call and do it, and they can charge my card.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't deal with it.
And then she was go ahead.
And I wasn't even gonna stay in the 4-bedroom. I was gonna move to a 2-bedroom. But now I'm just going to stay because Tono's not leaving. So why would I leave?
Oh, yeah. So I asked her that. I said the people told her she could go to a 2-bedroom. You know what I mean? I said, so I don't know what's wrong. I said, what is she doing wrong? She was like, she's still at 190. I was like, well, but what is she doing wrong? I kept trying to figure out. And she was like, I was like, they're only going to make her pay for her part. So I'm just trying to figure out what she's doing wrong so I can talk to her. Then she was like, well, and she turned it into something else. And then she was like, and then now listen to this. She said, she got $6,000 and didn't pay me back the tuition. And I was like, okay. First of all, I just talked to Harley and she didn't tell me anything about that. So unless it just happened. And she was like, and then she borrowed loans. I said, she shouldn't have had to borrow loans. I don't know why she would have done that. So that don't make any sense to me. And she was like, well, I paid all that tuition money. She said it was a lot of money. And she didn't give me any of my money back, but she was supposed to give it back for the tuition.
She never paid for any of my tuition.
I thought that. But you didn't get any loans, did you?
I did.
Why?
I only had to get like $1,000 loan.
But why did they make you get any loans at all? You shouldn't have needed any loans.
Because it wasn't fully covered.
But that don't make any sense. EFC was zero. You should have had a Pell Grant. The Pell Grant was $3,700.
No, the Pell Grant was only $3,700.
Yeah, $3,700.
Mhm.
And then you said you got the COVID relief.
Yes, which was $1,000.
So they didn't give you any need base or anything?
No, and then I got an extra $500, but that's all that I got. Remember, they waited so long, so they didn't have a lot of funding and a lot of extra things they can do.
So how much did the school cost?
It was like $6,200
for the school. For one semester?
Yeah.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
That's more than online classes. Like, that's more than, like, graduate courses. Holy smack. And that's in-state tuition?
Yeah.
Wow, they crazy. And y'all ain't even going on campus and they charging that.
I mean, you have the option to go on campus, so you can't like use sex to say against
But
them.
still, it's not the same. You ain't getting the same interaction and the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I know they're gonna get more money. Like, because normally towards the end of the semester they give you another $1,000. So
I just can't believe it's costing that much, because that is like ridiculous. Because credit hours for graduate courses 4, 8, 16. Yeah, so you could take one graduate course for $1,500. So 2 graduate courses would be $3,000. 3 would be $45,000. 4 would be $6,000. So you could then technically still take 4 classes at a graduate level for that price.
Mm.
And that's how much they're charging everybody. And they didn't give you any kind of scholarship money, nothing.
No, but they sent me a list of scholarships that I need to apply for next semester that no one has applied for.
I can't believe they've done that way to that, because that's just ridiculous. What was it, an unsubsidized loan they gave you?
It was a subsidized.
Why did they give you subsidized?
Subsidized, you don't. I had an option to get subsidized or unsubsidized or both, but subsidized, it doesn't have any interest and you don't have to pay back till you graduate.
Yeah. But that's what I was saying. Why did they skip one? So that's what you're saying is they gave an option.
Yeah, but literally, I just take certain percentage of my checks every 2 weeks. Or working this summer as a server, I would usually be able to pay back $1,000, so it won't be an issue.
Yeah, I just don't want you to, have that hanging over your head, because you shouldn't have that. That's their fault. Because there's no way you should have had that. Had to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it'll be all right. Because they could have, they probably offered you way more than that, though, didn't they?
They offered me like $3,000 for unsubsidized, and they offered me like $1,750 for unsubsidized, and then they sent me a form if I wanted to request any more money, they would give it to me.
Yeah, but you denied the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully, if you go ahead and get those scholarship things in, then it shouldn't cost that much. You shouldn't be able to lose out on that much next time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, that makes me mad they done that, but it's a little bit ridiculous.
But they already processed my tax for next school year, so I won't run into the same issue. So, because Miss Edie made sure that when they did the one for this school year, that they did the one for the next school year too, so we didn't have to worry about waiting, paperwork, and all that stuff. So I don't have to worry about anything till 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to. They went ahead and done this one. Oh, because it was already after the time of talent taxes and all that. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you're straight there. That's good, because that was smart to do that. That way it's already in. And they ain't got no excuses for this getting approved stuff and nonsense or whatever.
Yeah.
I checked the video thing and it's still not working. So just check back.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look. I'm gonna put you on hold. If that number beeps, then just pull it in. I'll put you on hold. I'm gonna look. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, 2 hours. Where is the summer logo?
Harley,
Yeah.
it still says that it's still being verified.
I'll have to call him again today.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
It don't make any sense, but it is what it is. You know.
Where is our Bellamy Summer logo?
Yeah.
Why don't I have the Bellamy Summer?
I might just, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up and try right back in just a few more minutes. And then they don't call, then they might couldn't do it, okay?
Okay.
If they call, just tell them to hold on, I'll call right back.
Okay.
Okay, and then I won't bother you anymore with it for a while. All right, love you. I'm going to wait a few
Okay,
minutes.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Link.
Hello?
Well, okay. First of all, Tisha Lynn, E.F. Hutton, J.P. Morgan looking ass. Why do you do that to Harley? She figured it out. Let her figure it out. Instead of questioning her and grilling her and making her feel like she did something wrong, she didn't do anything wrong. She did exactly what she needed to do. She got it handled. She's taking steps towards adulthood. And here you go, acting a straight donkey's ass, grilling her like it's the damn Spanish Inquisition over here. It's ridiculous, and I'm sick of it, man. Shut up, Tisha. You don't even know what you're talking about. You went to a school online and didn't even get your damn doctorate. Shut up. All right, that's all I have to say.
Right, but in her case, she got somebody else to pay for it. Oh, that's right. It was the American government.
Tired of her shit, man. I've had enough.
Yeah, so based on the
Tired
beginning of that call,
man.
it seems obvious that that she was able to successfully merge the calls. So that is the redacted call. And I don't know if it's redacted because it was a merged call. It shouldn't have been. Or if it was redacted because she was giving account numbers, to the people who are looking out for her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting, though, that it was redacted. It makes me wonder. At the end of the day, it does sound from that phone call that it was successful, but whether it was or not, the overall theme here is that she's getting Harley caught up in some bullshit with Lord only knows who. And here comes Tisha talking about, you don't have to worry about them. You don't even know who they are, Tisha. You're talking to people in the toilet. Shut up.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what we do as moms. You know what I mean? For our
Correct.
kids and how we look out for them.
Let me tell you something. If one of my kids came to me with some kind of cockamamie ass idea like the one that Tisha Lynn just said, I would be like, hell no. I remember one time Bindi, my little mini Bindi, her boyfriend and her were going to go over to somebody's house because he had a drum kit on the Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, do you know these people? Does he know these people? I was like, little mini Bendy, you know that what I cover on YouTube, right? All I do all day long is watch true crimes. Every single true crime story that I've ever heard of starts off with these two kids went to, buy something off of Facebook Marketplace and boom, they were never seen from again. So I made her give me her location. I made her send me a link to the Facebook ad, all the things. And she was like, you're overreacting. And you know what? In the end, they didn't even end up going, but I sure felt better that I had all the information. Sure did. Tisha Lynn out here trying to get Harley in trouble. Allie, I know you got something to say.
I'm just reading chat.
Oh,
I know
okay.
I don't have too much to say about that call. I was just reading Clancy's comment in chat, she said, just imagine going through all this life change and broken trust, living with people you don't know, demanding mom. Then you have 2 people constantly talk about you. T is making B dislike Harley. She's definitely causing problems between them. Now, as far as like their life before this, I don't know. It's interesting because Tisha always talks about like Harley had the best life. She was so spoiled, this and that. I mean, I don't see how anybody could have the best life with her as a mom. However, I don't think that she had it the worst either. I think that, I don't know. But I definitely can see Tisha fueling this fire between Harley and Brenda. And it's so wrong. It is so wrong. It makes me very angry because Harley really has nobody right now. And like, she does have Brenda, and as screwed up as their relationship may be, and as crooked as you might think either one of them are, at least she has somebody, that she can kind of count on a little bit to help her. And it's just, why would you do that to your kid, knowing this is the one person they have that even gives a shit to look out for them? I don't know.
I mean, I agree with you. I personally believe that Letecia is 100% of the reason why Harley and Aunt Brenda are at odds. And yet, and she just keeps it going. She instead of mediating, and what did she say? She wanted to be mediocre. She wanted to be the mediocre. Too late for that. You already are mediocre, Letecia. But instead of being the mediator between the 2 of them, right? And let Aunt now there's a line for me. Somebody can only say so much about my kid before I'm going to snap.
Yeah.
But I'm not in the same position Leticia's in. So, but instead of listening to both of them vent to her about the other, and then trying to actually be the peacemaker and make it so that they, if nothing else, just stop telling the other one what they said. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that person.
Yes. And
Stop
if you tell them what
mixing
they said,
in,
tell the damn truth.
Right,
She won't even tell the
exactly.
truth about what they said. Yeah, it's just,
And she always puts herself as the person who's defending Harley to Aunt Brenda, and she doesn't. What she asks questions, but she doesn't actually. She just actually doesn't actually defend Harley, to Brenda like she tells Harley she does. So Harley,
no, not at all.
if you think about it, yeah, Harley gets off the phone, right, with Letecia, and she's thinking, my mom is on my side. Even my mom sees that Aunt Brenda is thrown off, right? So then when that's the case, what motivation would Harley have to actually mend any kind of fence with Brenda? Absolutely none. None. And it's all because Letecia likes to keep it, because they keep coming to her to vent about the other one. And she feels needed because Letecia sucks. The end.
Well, for me, if my kid was having to get any help from anybody, I would also be teaching them to show them that you appreciate it, and to have a certain level of respect when you are accepting help from somebody. But Tisha doesn't do that at all. Why? Because Tisha doesn't have respect for her either. Somebody who funds her whole damn life.
Exactly. The truth of the matter is, this is a hard lesson for people to learn in life. Okay. But the way that life really works is, if you take somebody's money, you got to take somebody's shit. So if you don't want to take somebody's shit, don't take their money. It's very simple.
Yep. That is exactly the truth. I want to hear that call. Can we know details why they are redacted?
They don't tell us.
Jen has reached out to her to ask once. What did she say when you asked why?
She didn't address it. I don't know. I mean, she addressed other things that I had asked her about and just kind of left that response out.
Wow. Okay, Rachel. We see you, girl.
I mean, listen, Aunt Brenda ain't no bowl of cherries. please don't misunderstand me. I'm not defending Brenda, and I'm not getting actually my problem and my issue is not really with Brenda or Harley. It's actually with Leticia, who is keeping the pot stirred up between the two of them. That's my issue. And
Oh, wait.
before I forget, no malicious third circle of hell. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Very generous. Okay, what were we going to say, Alec? Because you got real excited. And whenever you get excited, I get excited. Tell me.
I had a memory of something I forgot. In that call, Brenda said, did Brenda say Dakota hates her?
Yes. Yes, she did.
That's kind of interesting.
She said that Leticia's mom, Debbie, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, turned all the youngins against her. All the youngins being Leticia, Dakota, and her sister, right? Now here comes Tisha, and what is Tisha doing with her youngin? Turning her youngin against Aunt Brenda.
Yes, she is. Wow. Her mom probably
Yeah, but
did
remember that Dakota believed Leticia was a murderer from March of 2020 on. So it probably has nothing to do with Brenda as much as it does, Leticia stuff. Because clearly Dakota didn't hate Brenda in January of 2020 because, they all traveled together to help Leticia. If Dakota has a problem, it is probably related to Gannon's murder because he knows the truth and nobody else will admit it. That'll definitely drive a wedge.
I mean, that's a good point. You could be right, or
I could be wrong.
Well, it could be both. It could be both. It could be
that's fascinating. I can't help it.
That Dakota wasn't, that Aunt Brenda wasn't Dakota's favorite, right? But he put up with her. And then the murder happened. And Aunt Brenda's been funding the murderers, putting money on her books and taking her calls and stuff like that. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And now he will no longer even deal with her. So I think it could be both, really.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is just interesting to me. And I want to say something. So people in the chat were saying that, that Brenda had nothing to do with like Tisha before any of this. And we just know that's simply not true because for a couple reasons. Well, number one, look at her husband's obituary. Remember, Tisha and her uncle were close. Valentine's Day was their thing. She came to help Harley and Tisha move back. That's just, like I said, just not true. They obviously also had a relation. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't times they were closer and further apart, but yeah. Hold on one sec. My son's calling. Hold on.
Okay, babe. Amelie has a why can't I speak? Emily has a question for you, Jen. She said, so crime curious Jen, Dakota said at trial that he knew right away with the suitcase incident.
Is that a question?
Yeah, they're asking you. There's 2 question marks.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't see the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. He knew right away when Gannon's body was found.
Right. That's what I was about to say. I don't think then he described it like that. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jen. Hello? Did I cut out?
No, you're still here.
No, that's it.
Okay.
He said that he knew right away when Gannon's body was found is when he knew right away.
Right. Yeah, because remember, he the dog food, she was gone so long. Like there were little things that he was like, I guess he maybe in retrospect afterwards looked back and remembered and noticed that her taking too long to get that dog food and then not letting anyone help her with the suitcase and things like that. But it wasn't like he knew for sure on that trip. I also took it, like you said, that after Gannon was found and he was like, oh my God.
After he was found, I think he put any, and I think when he testified, of course, obviously he is testifying in retrospect, right? But I think that I think he had an uneasy feeling when he saw the suitcase in the beginning, because he did testify to that. And Leticia was adamant. She was struggling with it, but she was adamant that she wouldn't let him help her. And then, of course, when Gannon's body was recovered in that suitcase that he had seen in the moving truck by, when they were moving the stuff from one to the van, he, it all, I think it all came together. So, yeah. And you're right. I cannot remember where this comment was.
Emma.
Hold on. About saying that, it's from Lily. I thought Brenda and her husband helped raise Leticia. At least that's what Leticia said at one time, that she lived with them. And that's true too. So they did have some kind of relationship at some point.
Remember, because we talked about how odd it was that Valentine's Day was their day.
Yes.
In his obituary, does he call, I think he calls Harley his niece, or does he call Tisha? The way that two very, very dear nieces or something. It's worded in an interesting way. Emma says, and she wanted to make sure I saw this, so that's why I wanted to read it to you guys.
Okay.
She said, did you see about the three-way call? Then I scrolled up and I found the call wasn't redacted because of a three-way call, because again, how can Harley do it when the phone hung up on Leticia when Harley's chin hit the button?
Well, that's a good point.
Because she's not dialing.
Thank you. Sorry, Jen. Sorry. We keep cutting each other off today. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, babe. Thank you, Pointer Lover. Okay, she kept what? Say that again, Jen.
Harley's not pushing any extra buttons. She's just clicking over and then adding to the call, which doesn't register as an outside button being pushed, which is different than if Leticia calls Harley and then Harley puts Leticia on hold and calls the different number. The reason why they do that extra button pushing is to stop things like that from happening. But if the button is pushed while the call is on hold, then the jail phone doesn't recognize it. So I guess it could work either incoming or outgoing, but these calls are recorded. So I find it interesting that we didn't see any write-ups on the jail record for her making these three-way calls with Harley.
Right. So it almost, Leticia, the way that she speaks and the way that she puts things, the way that she started out the call, I'm going to need you to do that again. That can be taken as she was successful one time, or we're going to need to try again. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't successful. It's Leticia, and she does it on purpose. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly, she knows these calls are recorded. She knows that they can listen to them. She knows that they're that they can look at them, listen to them at any time they want. And, I don't know. I think you make a good point though, Jen. I feel like she would have been in trouble.
I do too.
If she were successful, don't you think?
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised I'm not seeing it, because the way she worded it in the beginning, like you said, makes it seem like it already happened.
Yeah.
I think she would have been in trouble too, but I wonder, could they have missed it? Then it was their, I don't know. Teacup quoted Tommy's obituary, Brenda's husband, and it says, Tommy loved children and was a big influence in the upbringing of Letecia Stauch.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, MK, thank you so much, babe. What, babe? Can we what, babe?
Can we test something to test this
Sure.
if there's a delay? So okay, so as soon as you hear me stop talking, then say something, just whatever. And let me just see how it sounds for me. It will be different for chat because that's why there's a delay.
Right now.
Okay, try one more time when I stop now.
Okay. Okay, now I'm talking.
Okay. See, I think there's a couple seconds pause between me stopping and you responding. but I don't know. That's probably that can be some of the reason why we're cutting each other off. But I never take it offensively when you guys do that. I know you don't mean to. You know what I mean? So I think it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely not. We've been doing this long enough. We got it.
We got
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
We just got to listen. Technology is great, but it's not perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Should we listen to the last call, girls? Oh,
yes. And it looks like it's not that long. That's all I was going to say, like 2 minutes and something. So I wonder what it's going to be.
well, do you know what it is, Jen? I mean, I know you do.
No, actually, because when I was processing this part of the calls, I was also eating dinner. So I pushed record and then I left the room for a minute and came back. So this one is also new to me.
Yay! All right. So we're all going to be surprised. Woohoo! All right, here we go.
Yeah.
No one ever called?
No.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Oh, gosh. I didn't get a free phone call today, did I?
Okay.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, the first one. Oh, when I called the first time.
Mhm.
Oh, I hung up really quick.
Yeah.
Dang on it. I didn't even think about that. Like, that didn't even dawn on me. Boing. Like, knock me across the head. All right. Well, make sure you try to put that entered on there so I can put it on my phone. I got money on my video visit thing, so that's why I've been trying to use that, because I got that on my video visit. But I guess we got to still. I just checked it. It says still being verified. I don't know. Just tell them they need to get it together, man. This is bull crap.
And I sent them the ID twice.
Because it takes like 48. Like 48 hours is what they say, but it's been like.
They told me it took 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes. Well, then it's really not 10 minutes. And, so.
Tropical logo. Yes, tropical logo.
I don't talk to you.
Yeah, I found the logo.
You did?
Yeah, I was looking for this logo. No, that's a PDF.
Huh? Cool. Okay, well, then I won't worry about it. Maybe they got called up today.
Okay.
And I love you so much. And is it warm today?
Yeah, it's like 75 or something.
75. Oh, yes. Think about Starbucks for me or get something,
I will.
I'll be thinking about it. I'm about to go drink my hot milk, pretend it's Starbucks. Okay. All right. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go.
So that was pretty unexciting.
Yeah. Pipple has a question for the mod. Oh, wait, that's not the right one. Pipple has a question for the mod, so I'm leaving it up there so you guys so they'll see it in case they want to answer. All right, there we go. Yeah, it was an uneventful, pretty, ho-hum call.
Smile wanted me to read this comment to you guys. So, which
Okay.
I can't find the comment. The original one is too far back now, but I remember it. It was Alex Murdaugh has been doing 3-way calls or something and hasn't gotten in trouble, I think. Or no, I'm sorry. He did get his tablet taken. So they think that he's just not being caught. So I think it's being done in the jail until they figure out how to catch it, is what she said. So her second comment. But yeah, it was, yeah.
I mean, that's a good, I mean, listen, they don't always listen to every single call, obviously. They don't always, unless they have a reason to monitor. But we know that the DA listened to some of those calls because he referenced them in his opening statements. So at some point they listened. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yes, Emma, I remember that for that interview. Yep. Okay, so Debbie, as far as we know, we've listened all the way through to the end of February, and we got also, we didn't get all of the March calls. We only got 1 day's worth, which was March 1st, of calls from March. And so far, in all of the talks that she's had with Harley, unless there is a redacted call, but she has not mentioned that to Harley on any calls that we have heard thus far. Maybe she will in March. Who knows?
Right.
But
And just to be clear, when Jen says that we didn't get the March calls, we ordered them. So we have on order March 2021, April, May, and June of 2021 as far as jail calls. And then we also have already ordered January, February, and March video visits. So our next order is going to be April, May, June video visits, which we're waiting on the estimate for.
Right.
Wow, we got
We
lot
got
coming.
something today. We got some estimate today. I saw the notification, but I didn't open it.
We're going back and forth. So one of the things that I'm requesting is what they call a premise call history. And what I'm looking for there, I know that Leticia faked 2 burglaries and they called the police both times. So I'd like to have the police report and I'd like to have the body cam footage from when she faked those burglaries. So that was one of the estimates that I asked for. And then the other estimate was for video visits for April, May, and June of 2021. We don't have them yet, but it was just Rachel and I going back and forth with, like I asked for a premise call history, but I neglected to give her a date range. So it would have given me like the whole history of the house, which would have been fine because Albert and Leticia were the first people to actually live in that house. So it would have been fine, but they like you to be specific. So
very specific. Thank you, Debbie. That is so sweet. Please make sure you do something for you, though.
That's what I said. That's a lot. Very, very sweet. You guys are too
Pipple,
good to
we
us.
don't know. Pipple, we don't know. And, the way I feel about it is my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Don't know, don't care.
Yeah, me too.
He just did it.
I'm glad because you know what? It's cool that we're doing it, just us, and also because it was hard because there wasn't. I don't think that, and I have nothing against that creator at all. I just don't think they followed the case as closely, so they didn't know as much, and sometimes things were kind of getting twisted and shifted, and it was just tough to cover simultaneously with them. So I'm glad, but that's my thoughts.
Change my name. Are you on a? Oh, sorry, Allie. Are you on an iPhone or are you on a regular? Or are you on an Android? I'll give you the link. If you click this link, it'll show you how to join. That I'm putting in the chat right meow. This is how I feel about it. It wouldn't matter to me who else was putting out the calls. I would still want to put them out with Allie and Jen because I think that everybody that listens to the calls, you guys in chat have your own unique perspectives, and I read your guys' comments while we're listening to the calls. Allie has a perspective, I have a perspective, and Jen has a perspective. And so I feel like it doesn't matter to me who else would do it. I'd rather just do it like the 3 girls with my 3 friends, I guess I'm my own friend apparently because I said 3. But with my 2 friends, and just I would do it anyways. Like I never really. I will watch. I watch lots of other creators. I obviously watch Allie. I watch Jen, I watch Melissa Jade. I watch ATS News. I watch Criminality. I watch a ton of other channels that are covering cases that I'm interested, cases that I'm covering myself. But I always do that because I like to hear their perspective. The evidence is the evidence. That doesn't change. It's the way people perceive the evidence that is different. And so
Yeah,
for
you're
me, I like to hear other, and a lot of times I listen to the girls and I'll hear them and I'll say, oh, wow, I didn't think about it like that. And it'll make sense, you know?
Yes, but I do not miss. I agree with you. I think the more people that are covering a case, it just like makes usually more interesting, more questions, more. I don't know. More people see things you don't see. I just don't miss like all the comments I got that were like, "You're stealing this" or "You're wrong
Yeah, I
about
don't
this."
really,
Like every
yeah, I
day.
don't miss that either. I do not miss that either. But it's kind of like with the Gypsy Rose case, right? Which it's really not the Gypsy Rose case. It's actually the murder of Dee Dee Blanchard. She was the victim. Oh, Starlight Angel, thank you so very much. That's so generous. I appreciate that very, very much.
Thank you. Hello, by the
So
way.
generous. And hello.
Yes.
Allie and Jen and I have like privately talked about the case, and I have been following it forever since I don't know, like 20, probably 15, maybe a little bit maybe a little bit after it first happened. Just I've been keeping an eye on it, and Allie can hear an interview, and the words are the words. But she can, and same with Jen, they can hear something in that interview a different way than I hear it. And so, yes, Tasha, Nadi's music melts are amazing. I started to type amazing in the Nightbot while I was typing. There you go. There's the link for Renee's music melts. They are amazing. There has not been a scent that I have used that I have not liked. They are the bomb. For real, for real.
Oh, and you have like one of the best ones ever that is no longer being made on the way in a box to your house.
I am
The
so
winter
excited.
candy apple smelling one. I know.
Yes.
So good.
Guess what? I didn't realize what the name of it was until you told me that you were sending me in the package. And guess what? When I got my order, when I ordered, Nadie threw in one for me, a couple of them, the little sample ones, that are in the music notes of that scent.
Yeah, which one
It's
is it
Wolf
called
Moon.
though? Because there was
Wolf
yes,
Wolf
yes,
Moon. Mm-hmm.
yes.
Smells
But
just
and I
like
also
it.
sent you some. It does. I know it's so good, and she's not making it anymore because she can't find the oil. But I also put in another. I put in like some other apple ones too. I don't remember something else.
I do be loving apple.
Yeah.
Yes, cement shoes. I did. Okay. I don't see that. Let me tell you what I see though. What I see I don't see that they look alike. To me, I just don't see it. But everybody else says it, and so maybe it's just me. But what I did notice is don't look at their faces. Look at their hands and their arms. Their body language is very, very similar to the way Dee Dee and Gypsy were. Very, very close. It's one thing to hold your child's hand, right? It's another when you interlock your fingers. I have never.
Wait, who?
Dee Dee and Gypsy and her new husband. If you look at their pictures and you watch any of the interviews that they do, watch their arms and their hands. It's very, very similar to the way that Dee Dee and Gypsy posed for pictures. In that way, that's what I find the most unsettling.
That is so interesting. I never thought about that, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are pointing out the similarities. Teacup said, someone was like, people were saying there were no unheard pretext calls and YouTubers were lying about it, and they were wrong, of course. Yeah, I'm glad that we got those, and yeah, there were definitely.
Yeah,
we would
me
not lie to
too.
you
I
guys
wanted.
ever.
Yeah, we wouldn't. What would be the point?
Yeah.
But
You'd
yeah.
find out eventually
Oh,
when
yeah.
we got them.
Exactly. Let me put the link in for you, Tasha, because we need to support our girl Nadie. She is the best. She's just she not only does she make the best music melts, but she's just like the best kind of person. She just has the biggest heart. She really does.
Yeah, she does.
And we got to support our girl. So
Yes,
I want
she
to
does.
tell you guys, I think this video is going to end up being a documentary, to be quite honest with you, because I remembered some stuff that I had previously forgotten that I wanted to add. And I really kind of want to be done with talking about the actual crime. I want to move forward. I want to watch this documentary or this docuseries, this 3-part docuseries. I want to give it my full and undivided attention to be able to talk with Melissa Jade about it. We're going to do it together. And so every single day, all day long, until we do these calls, I work on this video. So when it finally is done, it's going to be, I hope you guys like it.
Like how long?
It's going to be at least 45 minutes to an hour for reals. There's a lot. There's a lot that I had forgotten. And I want to make sure that when it comes to the case, I put it all out there, and then I can close that chapter, because I really don't want to talk about the case anymore. I just want to make sure because I promised that I would put out this one specific thing, and I'm going to, and I just want to be, but I also want to, I just want to be done. Yeah. Vanessa, she did a docuseries, I guess, on Lifetime. It's called The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose. So what did Debbie say? Let me scroll up. Debbie is so sweet. Aw, Debbie, I send money over Cash App to each of the ladies at least 3 to 4 times a month. All the ladies go above and beyond to make sure we get the best quality of the calls, and that takes a lot of their own. You're so sweet. Debbie, you guys all are. Just all of your support. Just being in here is amazing, and giving us the thumbs up and just all of it. Yes, Elena, Gypsy. I just want to be done. I want to be done with her case.
MJ is so funny, and MJ is so sweet too, coming in here trying to
get a super chat train started. Bless her heart. And doing the Jade raids. She's so sweet. This is what I really wanted. This is what I wanted us true crime content creators to do, to support one another. We can all be talking about the same case. We're all going to have different viewpoints. I just wanted us all to be like, hey, I'll come to yours. You come to mine when you can. It's not an obligation. I pop into Melissa's, and she's always glad to see me, and I'm always glad to see her. I pop into Allie's. I pop into crime. I pop into everybody's. I try to be where I can when I can. I can't really talk right now because I need to finish this for you guys, So anyway,
I like to go in chats and not chat. Sometimes I just do, and sometimes I love to chat too. There's a side of me where I really love, especially if it's like your guys' chat, Melissa's chat, people where I really know everybody. But sometimes I just don't want to chat, and so I just don't say anything. But I'm still there supporting, and hitting the like and all that kind of stuff.
Always. That's what I like. Sometimes I like just to watch, and not engage. And then I like to chat when I can, but I always like to support. So.
Yep. Sometimes I just pop in and hit the like button, and that's it. Other times I've got it in my earbuds, but I'm doing 5 other things.
Yes.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys,
while I'm
there's
driving
going to
or
be some
cleaning.
weather coming, so y'all need to be careful because there's high winds in Texas too. I don't know what is going on, if it's El Nino or La Nina, because I never remember because they come after each other, and I don't remember which one started this year. But there's going to be weather. They're calling for snow way in the north, and then they're calling for tornadoes and coastal flooding. Hell, I was just sitting here on my phone and I got an alert for WFLA went live or posted a video telling people where they could get sandbags. Like, it's freaking January. What are you doing, weather? This is not right. It's very stressful.
Yeah, my
No
kid's
Mako
school text. Smile, what do you mean the first broadcast? And I'm so glad that you have been, and that's so cool. But I'm curious, like on this channel with the Letecia stuff on my channel, and also the kids' school has already texted and said that they're not gonna do a full day tomorrow because of the weather, that they're ending at 11.
Wow.
I'm thinking I don't even see the point in getting them up and sending them when it's
for
for
half
3
a day.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's a pretty far drive for us. It's not very close. It's like 25 minutes, and it's just I don't know how I feel about it. If the weather's bad on the way home, I don't want to be driving with them.
Right, exactly. Like they're never and they're closing it based on, when they think the weather. And I'm going to tell y'all, I can't tell y'all how many times I have been in the path of a hurricane days out, right? And then we get down to like 12 hours to go. And there is a bubble. And it just misses us. I mean, we get the outer bands, but we don't get the eye wall. I mean, it's still damaging, but it's better than getting the eye wall. And so, or it's late and the tide is cooperating. So it's a lower tide. So we don't have to, we don't get all the flooding and stuff like that. So, I'm just glad. I don't know what, but what I say for you, Allie, I agree with you. If it were me, and I was thinking, why didn't I get alerts? Well, duh, I don't have any kids in school anymore. I miss those days, but yeah, I was like, well, I feel like you, Allie, because weather is changing, and I would rather. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be driving with the kids in the car if the weather's going to be bad. And they can only time it as so much. They can't. I mean, it's not. It's
right.
It's a good science. It's almost an exact science, but not quite.
And I've learned when you live near because it wasn't used to living near the coast like this. When you live on water, like the weather changes fast, and it can be aggressive. Like it's just different. The storms are so different. In West Virginia. Yeah, we had snow, but that's a whole nother beast. Like this is just the wind is crazy off the water.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is crazy. And like I said, like when we, where I am off the coast of the Gulf Coast of Florida, like we have 2 speeds of wind here, high and off. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And
that's kind of like here.
Yep. Yeah. And oh, Crime Curious, what you doing, lady? Hello. It's getting bad in Texas. The wind knocked my daughter's power out. So, and that's something that usually what happens to us in Florida. That is, because
the wind,
the
wind is rough.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked it. Curious, Jen, are you okay? You're very quiet tonight.
It happens from time to time. Yeah, no, it's all good. At the beginning of the show, it's because I was in the background working on all the accounting. But yeah, no, I'm here.
I'm not holding her hostage. It's not a hostile work environment. Tell them.
I am here of my own volition, and I am happy to be here, and I love you all.
Oh, we love you. Hey, let me ask you, because you're the one who did that video on the suitcase. Can you tell, like, what did you take from that video with that? Was it a sponsorship? What was the deal with that suitcase video before the vacation?
Oh, you mean Harley's?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Was it a sponsorship? I don't understand.
That's like I don't remember. I know I watched it, but I can't remember. But I know that people say she was sponsored she took a sponsorship for suitcases.
No. No, she didn't take a sponsorship for suitcases. She purchased the suitcase and then she linked it she linked to the suitcase and through her Amazon portal. And if anybody else followed the Amazon portal to buy the suitcase or anything else, then Harley would get a commission. So it wasn't specifically with a suitcase company. It's because she has an Amazon portal. So whether you ordered a plunger or a suitcase or, a pair of flip-flops, if you did it through her Amazon portal, then she would get a little commission.
Okay, that makes sense. That video brought Jen got a comment from Harley's boyfriend, but
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Probably, most likely, maybe. I mean, in my opinion, Harley, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was Harley.
Oh, you're by Naples, Pee-wee? Wow. Left End, you're on the Gulf Coast too? Wow. Next time we have her, next Go ahead, Beth.
Oh, sorry, Jen.
Oh, no, you're fine, honey.
You go ahead. I'm the rude one with the delay who's just speaking right in the middle of your sentence.
Not rude. It's not your fault. It's rude if it's on purpose. It's not rude if it's a delay. We just work around it. What was I going to say? Next hurricane season, we're going to have to get together for a hurricane party.
Well, for the thing, it's like for me, this is how it happens when there's a slight delay. So like I'll hear you talk, and when your sentence is done, if you just pause at all, it sometimes seems like you're done. You know what I mean? But you're not. Mm-hmm. But then it just I don't know. And I was going to read something out of the chat that was funny, but I don't even remember what it was now. So how rude of me to interrupt without even anything to say.
Look what Pitbull said.
Oh, why don't you two kiss and make out?
Oh man, so we're supposed to be getting a lot of snow here where I'm at in Kansas City. And so if 6 to 8 inches is what I heard. And that means that if I'm freezing,
I said that's what she said, but that's wrong. It's not that kind of a show. My bad. I'm sorry.
that means that if I'm freezing, then Leticia's really freezing. Leticia hates to be where it's cold, and it is cold, cold, cold in Topeka, Kansas right now.
Wow. That's
it's so cold, she's probably using her bras for socks.
Well, she's living in a concrete room or whatever, so it's even people say it's freezing in the prison anyway because
and
of
hot in the summer.
All the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've heard many inmates in Florida, they don't like the prison systems in Florida because it's sweltering. And I guess it would depend on where in Florida you are. Now, for me personally, and my husband and I argue about this all the time, it has to be really humid for me to notice it here in Florida. But now this summer it was. I noticed it this summer. Like your girl, I didn't even bother like blow drying my hair and flat ironing it at all because there was no product that was going to withstand that level of humidity. And so mainly I just wore it up in a messy bun because if I'd have worn it down, you remember Monica and Friends when they went to Barbados and her hair, how it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger through the episode because it was really curly. And she's like, it's the humidity. You don't remember that Friends episode?
Oh, in Friends. I thought you were talking. I was wondering. I was like, you mean Friends or
Friends.
Then you asked
show
called Monica and Friends.
No. Monica from Friends. Monica from Friends. Yeah. And that's like, seriously, some of us were looking like whole alpacas out here. So I just was like, I'm putting it in a messy bun. Yep. And then she got the braids with the seashells at the end. And Chandler hated them.
Oh, Samantha says, sorry, I've been watching for a while and never said anything, which I'm so glad that you're saying something. But if they
Yes.
do a 3-way call, they will just disconnect the call. They won't block her number or anything else. Thank you for sharing and commenting. Can you tell what the balance is in her account with your information requests? I would love to know how much crazies are sending her in prison. Kayla, a little bit. So when I was on the Getting Out app, and I don't have it on my new phone, but I'll connect my old one to Wi-Fi and see what I can find. So like on the Getting Out app, you don't get to see numbers. Now with information requests, I don't know, but you can see they have like a bar next to their name. So Leticia had a bar next to her name. Chad Daybell had a bar next to his name. Brian Koberger had a bar next to their name, and it has a $sign. And it would show, like when I've seen it, Chad Daybell's was almost full. Tisha's was like in the middle, and Koberger's was at the bottom. Like he didn't have no money in there, and it was red. His line was red.
Keeping him breaded up. Tisha doesn't sound like she's too breaded up either, only halfway. Here, Jen, can you look
Chad
at the screen?
Daybell had some money.
Yeah, I think Chad Daybell's kids are keeping him breaded up. That's what I think.
Yep.
Well, and of course, we do have the jail records from El Paso County that show, she spent like $5,000 while she was there.
Yeah. Did you see the screen, Jen?
Yeah.
I can't see the screen right now. No, so.
Okay. So Debbie says, Crime Curious Jen, I want to help you pay for your supplies. I want to send you a gift card over Amazon, or would you rather have the cash to help pay for supplies you need? Please let me know, please.
Oh, an Amazon gift card for supplies would be amazing right now. But Debbie, you do so much that I'm starting to feel guilty, and I could use it, yes, but Debbie, you've just been so generous. I don't even know what to say. I appreciate it so much, but just make sure that you're taking care of you. You know what I mean? I am very grateful, and I would love an Amazon gift card for supplies. But
Hello, Jen. You fell off mid-sentence.
Thank you for the membership, Chicken Shite.
Curious, Jen, you fell off mid-sentence at the end of your sentence.
Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Oh, no, I was saying that an Amazon gift card for supplies would be amazing, but Debbie does so much. I just want to make sure that she's taking care of herself, and you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. She would have. That's very sweet, and you appreciate it so much and could use it, but also you don't want her to go without or anything, and it is you, because we care about you guys, so it's hard. I get exactly what you're saying. Sometimes, yeah. I don't know, it can be tough, hard to almost accept, even if you really need it, because you don't want to like take advantage of anyone. We care about you and that kind of stuff. So that's all.
Right. And right now I'm using so much in paper and ink. It's not even funny, because that's the stage I'm at with the book, where, it's printing out the entire book, double spaced more than once for editing. I'm going through the supplies. So let me tell you, I could use it. But Debbie, you are just so generous. I just want to make sure that you understand that we appreciate you. And I just don't want to take advantage in any way. Because you've been so generous. That's all.
And you're printing out all this stuff for these calls, and like you print out everything, really.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I even use a paper calendar, you guys.
Oh my. Kez, long time no see, babe. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a long day. Hope you're doing all right.
We're
Happy
good.
2024. Goodness. Sorry, I was choking. Not really.
That's okay. I was joking. Not really.
Here you go. That's okay.
Debbie said, please don't feel guilty. Please. How do I send you a gift card? Do I send it to your account? She said, this is what made me laugh. Ladies, it's my money, and no one's going to tell me how to spend my money.
Okay, I feel a lot better now.
Yes.
And
Kez's dad is very sick. Oh, babe, I'm sorry to hear that.
Aw.
Debbie, you're just so sweet. And I like your attitude because that's how I feel.
You
My
mean
money,
Right, look.
nobody's going to tell me how to spend my money. I'm my own boss.
I get weird with compliments too. I get weird with money. I get weird with compliments. I'm just socially awkward at times.
Me too. I know what you mean. It is
Who the hell
hard.
are y'all telling?
it's
Have you
also-
met me at all?
I was thinking the same thing. When I said me too, I was like, and Jen is the same way. In my head.
Jen Wu's probably the worst. I'm the most awkward.
No, you just feel like you are the same way we feel. Like, I don't know. Also, another thing that's like really, it's not the same. Like, it's not awkward, but it is hard when you start doing YouTube. People online will talk to you in a way they would never talk to you in person. So it's something that if you haven't experienced it, like, and sometimes it'll be constructive criticism. It's just hard to even take that. But you have to, like, one, learn how to take constructive criticism without getting offended and that kind of thing, and know that it's not personal, especially from a stranger on YouTube. But two, then you have that other level where people will say things, like I said, they just would not say in person. It's an adjustment. It's like a learned skill.
Yeah.
Deal with that.
I pretty much just roll with the punches. Sometimes there will be there's been a couple of comments after the fact that I'm like, why would you, but I just heart them and keep it moving. And maybe I'll vent to my friends here and there, but for the most part, I have to just let it go. And also for me personally, I think normal is boring and very overrated. Remember that episode of SpongeBob when he wanted to be normal and he was walking around talking like this? Hey, how's it going? Nice weather we're having. That was the worst SpongeBob episode ever. Nobody wants him. SpongeBob, when he, all the little things that he does. Patrick, Gary, I want
you're right.
SpongeBob to be SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for me, normal, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Relative.
Stevie said she's so socially awkward, and this is so out of her comfort zone to be interacting with the live chat, but all of you have made it so much easier and accepting of everyone, which I love that. But also I think that's why we all kind of click together and do like find ourselves in these places, because we're all like less like more awkward socially. So being online is a lot easier than like in person. You know what I mean?
It is,
yeah.
which is weird. I actually interact more with human beings online than I ever have in real life. I mean, like, I have friends in real life, like I do have people like back home and stuff that are my friends. It's not like I'm, like a shut-in or anything. It's just me and the cats, and Nestor. But I don't really like to leave my home. I'm not going to lie. It's not where my stuff is. Why the hell would I want to leave? All my stuff is here. All the things that I like, that I've worked very, very hard to cultivate and accumulate over these years so that I can be comfortable. So like, whatever, I'm not,
Well, and I want to be careful. I want to be careful here too, but for me lately, I've been really sensitive to the money stuff because there are a lot of bad actors on YouTube. And I don't mean like they can't act. I mean like bad actors.
Oh yeah. You're right.
And although I know that, we are above all that bullshit, there's so many examples, especially recently, of people who aren't, of people who couldn't care less about the people who are tuning in, giving money, etc. and it's been grossing me out. And I just, I would hate for there to be any confusion that's not us, and I don't think that there is. I think I'm overthinking it, which I have a tendency to do,
I'm an overthinker as well. But hold on just one second. Kayla, thank you so much. I appreciate that, babe. Super generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Debbie is asking you, Jen, if you got it.
Hold on, let me check.
Okay.
Cash App.
Yeah. I think what Jen is trying to say is that we know we are so grateful for the generosity of all of you guys that you have shown towards us as with the tips and the super chats and the memberships and the thumbs up and being in our chat every day, supporting us, cheering us on, rooting us on, encouraging us. And then you've also been so above and beyond generous with getting these jail calls. Now we just Pitbull. Careful what you ask for, buddy. We're so grateful for it, but we just want to make sure that we are always completely, thank you, Kez. Welcome to memberships, babe. We just want to make sure that we keep you guys apprised of anything and everything as it comes up, and that we are as transparent with you as we possibly can be, aside from letting you, look over our bank accounts, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the line has to be drawn somewhere, but whenever anybody sends me money for the jail calls, the first thing that I do is send it to Jen immediately. And well, that's true. I screenshot of it first, and then I send it over to Jen, so that and she does a really great job. She does a really great job of keeping it all straight, because she's getting it from you guys directly on different apps, and then she gets it from me and Allie on different apps, and she does a really good job. But we just really want to make sure that we keep everything on the straight and narrow, and that you never feel like you're being taken advantage of. And if we say we're going to do something, we do it.
Yeah, transparency matters.
Yeah.
Well, that's why that list is so good, because people will see if they've donated that. If your name is not on that list, there's an issue, right? Because we're listing everything that comes in for the calls, and then every receipt when they're purchased. So, that I feel like with doing it that way, there's really no way that we could have any errors. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect way to do it.
Yes.
And I did want to say, I did receive the Cash App, Debbie. Thank you so much. You are flipping amazing.
Oh, thank you so much, Danielle. That's very sweet. And Kayla, I'm the same way. Before my kids were in school, I felt like all I did was talk to little humans, because I had my kids and then my niece was with me all the time. And I was like, adults when I came on here.
Oh, Shelly Bean, thank you for gifting memberships. Hang on, Smile Love. Let me put the link in the chat for you. I will do that right now. So I guess
this has been
this has been a really good chat. We've talked about all the things.
Yes.
We've talked a little bit of Tisha, a little bit of weather, a little bit of just everything. What
a little bit of Gypsy Rose.
Little Gypsy Rose.
Did you see that song I posted? It's
Yes.
so funny.
Yes, that was a good one. Here, let me put the membership link in chat. It seems like just about everywhere across the nation is going to have some extra weather tomorrow. So everybody stay safe and excuse me. Keep warm if it's going to be snowing where you're at. Stay dry if it's going to be raining where you're at, and stay indoors if it's going to be windy where you're at. So you don't get, blown away.
And I
Even
will
Alice
definitely
is
be
enjoying
taking lots of pictures and videos of
it.
Kilo as the snow comes in, because this dog loves the snow. He runs through that snow like, I don't know, it's heartwarming. It's so cute to watch.
It is, because
Yeah, I
he's
wanna see.
adorable. Does he have an outfit? Does he have like a little jacket or something that he could wear? I'm worried about his little ears
No,
being
but I
cold.
do want to buy him a coat. I want to buy him one of those, like, the ones that look like a puffy ski jacket. I want to buy him one of those.
Yes,
It's on the
I would
list.
also like to see Kilo in like a toboggan hat. I feel like he would look
I just
really
bought Rambo
dapper
a coat.
and handsome in that. You bought Rambo a coat? Y'all,
Yeah,
when
because it was on clearance for like $6, a puffy one like she's talking about, but it doesn't have sleeves. It's just like, the vest. It's like a vest.
Yes.
coat.
Right, right.
Rambo, and he is itty bitty. I thought he was going to be a big dog. And then when she showed me, I was like, oh my God, he's itty bitty. I mean,
For the name
Nestor at
Rambo.
yes, it's Nestor at his top weight when he was at his prime. He weighed, I think, like 98 pounds. He's a big boy. He's not 98 anymore, bless his little heart. But he was a big boy. So when you say, "Come on, Rambo," and then when you told me he took off that one time, remember, and you were like, "That damn dog," he took off, and I'm scared, and I was like, "He'll go bad, Kelly."
He always does it to me.
He's always fucking with you.
I know. I know.
At my
old
house, Alice is that much. I let her out in the backyard, and because she used to just chill out there, But one day she decided she was going to get brave, and she climbed the fence. And the fence behind us was a trailer park community, but it was a senior. You had to be like 55 and older to live there. And I never saw this because of the trees, but when I got right up close to it, at the top of it had that razor wire. So it sounded like I could just climb the fence and go get her. But I could not find her for like 2 hours, y'all. It was June, and I was walking up and down the street, calling her name, crying like snot crying and everything. And then I was like, my son was home living here at this time, and I said, Anthony, I can't find Alice. And he's like, Mom, we'll find her. And he said, just go sit down and have a cigarette. And I was like, okay. So I go and I have a cigarette, and I hear this little itty bitty tiny, and I was like, there she was. And she couldn't figure out how to get over the fence. So Anthony, God love him, he and I worked together. I held the razor wire down while he climbed over and got her for me. Mm-hmm.
Aww.
She scared the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. Scared the absolute shit out of me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry. But yeah. And then you and Anthony working together, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
It just makes me think, because he always helped you with everything.
I know. I miss him. I miss Mini Bendy too. He was my go-to man. He's also the one that knows how to, he got this from his dad. He knows how, if I'm upset or whatever, he knows how to talk me down. I'm in Holiday. Who am I addressing that to that I just saw? Why I don't even know what I was. Oh, Left End. I'm in Holiday. But yeah. Yeah, he knows how, he always knows how to talk me down. And now I just get judged. Alice just judges me like, Mom, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just chill out. Mac just hides. He's just like, I'm out. All right, you guys. Well, I think we've talked everything we need to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Now we're on to our pets.
I know.
You're going to get that video out.
Yes, I am going to get that video out for you guys. I'm going to definitely work on it all day tomorrow, whether it's finished or not. If it's not finished tomorrow night by 6 o'clock, then I will schedule a live to talk about something. Listen, I've been watching that Natalia Grace, and me and Allie and Table Talk covered that. And now there's a part 2. And there's another documentary that is about to come out that I'm super excited for. And also, y'all, if you're a True Detective fan, they're doing another season. I think it'll be season 4 or 5. I can't remember. But whatever it is, it's whatever number it is, it's a new one. Jodie Foster is going to be in it.
Did you ever watch Big Little Lies on HBO? They're coming out with a new season. Even though it's been like a couple years, they're going to do a season 3. I saw that today.
Oh, then there's another thing I wanted to tell you guys. I'm so excited for that, Allie, because it kind of left in a weird way, left off in a cliffhanger, like nothing was really resolved, and I was very upset. I was very upset by that. No me gusta.
Yes,
but
the next part.
So Curious Jen was asking me the other day, hey, do we know when American Horror Story is coming back? And I was like, no, but I saw a trailer the other day on the YouTubes. Ryan Murphy is doing another show on FX, similar to like how the feud between Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. So this one's called Feud, Capote versus the Swans. Let me just make sure that's what it's called, because I might be getting it wrong. I know what the Swans is right, but I'm not like 99% sure. Truman Capote, the writer. I'm going to tell you. Hold on. My Feud. Yeah, Capote versus the Swans.
In it?
Or as Cheryl and Cato would say, Truman Compote.
No.
Do y'all like Kim K in that, by the way? Because Ashley asked that, and I'm curious too, because a lot of people said she did like a good job. What I seen.
Y'all, I actually do like her in it. I can't even front. She's doing a good job. I'm not going to lie.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. That's weird.
All right.
FX's
Capote versus the Swans tells the story of acclaimed writer Truman Capote, once a confidant to society's most elite women, who he nicknamed the Swans. However, his act of betrayal effectively destroyed those relationships, banishing him from high society and sent him into a spiral of self-destruction from which he would ultimately never recover. It's got everybody in it. Hold on, let me tell y'all who the cast is, because y'all know me. I really like be a whole ass nerd and look all this shit up. So let me just tell y'all right quick before I let y'all go, because this is.
I don't have a clue who this is or any of it.
It looks like it's going to be really good. All right, so let me tell y'all who's in it. Ooh, Jennifer Lynch is working on it too. Let's see. We got Naomi Watts is set to play Barbara Babe Paley, wife of CBS founder William S. Paley. Diane Lane is Slim Keith. Chloe Svengay is CZ Guest, a muse to Andy Warhol. Callista Flockhart is Lee Radziwill, Jackie Kennedy's younger sister. So it's going to be very juicy. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, also, if you watch You, which I love shows like that, like Dexter is one of my favorites.
If you watch the latest season, we were supposed to talk about that, and that was months ago.
No, only the first half. I need to finish it. I started and then I didn't finish, which I like. I felt like this season was a little bit not as good as the rest, but it's starting to pick up for me. So I need to get back to it. But usually I don't ever have time. I need to sit down and make time just to chill out and watch something like that. But I saw that they're going to do a season 5, but that's going to be the last one.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
well,
that just was on TV too, or on net, like on, when you look on Netflix and
Mhm.
it like it'll say renew. It said like renewing for 5th and final season or something like that.
Well,
I wonder if it's going to have anything to do with Gertrude Stein or Harper Lee.
Are you talking about Capote versus
The Capote thing? The Capote thing.
I'm sure there haven't. It's I know for a fact that there are more people than that article, and it's weird because usually you can find, you can look at a show and it will actually break down the cast. So let me see what else they'll let out. Hold on, let me click on FX. So Tom Hollander is Truman Capote. Already told you about Diane Lane. Demi Moore is Ann Woodward. Treat Williams is Bill Paley. Treat Williams. Molly Ringwald is Joanne Carson. Russell Tovey is John O'Shea. And Joe Mantello is Jack Dunphy. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I will definitely be watching that. And it'll be really interesting coming from Ryan Murphy.
It always.
Yeah.
It doesn't always.
And I also just received a Cash App from DS, and it was $10 for jail calls. Thank you.
Oh, yay. If you guys haven't watched The Feud, Betty and Joan, it's on Hulu on FX. All right.
Betty who and Joan who?
Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. Okay, so Betty Davis has been in a million movies, but but Joan Crawford is the one that they made the book Mommy Dearest about. That's her book and movie. Listen, Allie, this is what's going to have to happen. You're going to have to pencil like a week for you to come to the Florida so I can get you to watch all the shows that you need to watch so you'll be a well-rounded person.
So we can hang out and watch all the Housewives and the Bravo and the.
Yes. I'm going to teach you all the things. Yeah, I'm going to teach you all the things. All of it.
Yeah, I usually watch like if I'm watching TV, it's either like something like Dexter, like a true crime. It's always true crime. Like even cable TV. If I have to watch cable TV, I'll go to the ID channel, or back in the day, I used to be big on HLN. Like every night I did the Ashley Banfield, Nancy Grace on HLN. But like the only reality shows like that I ever really watched would like the Housewives and stuff would be like Jersey Shore, which they have still Jersey Shore. I watched Love is Blind on Netflix. I think that's pretty good. But yeah, that's it.
Congratulations on your baby girl who just turned 1. Yay. Is it Cersei? Is that how you say your name? Sorry, Allie.
That's okay.
You got to take a break from the true crime, babe. Isn't that cute? Is it Cersei? I wonder if that's how you say it. That's when I watch like American Horror Story or like The Real Housewives and stuff, because sometimes I need to get it out of my brain. Like I need to just listen to something inane. You know what I mean? And yes, KPM. Well, go ahead.
The American Horror Stories is actually like I could watch that. I've watched that in the last while. To me, though, that's still like the same type of thing as almost true crime, even though it's not, or even like you know what I mean? Because it's got crime and stuff in it or whatever.
Yeah. And I agree about how yes. And I agree that the Real Housewives, KPM, they're all very mean to each other. And my husband used to tell me all the time, look, babe, look, these women have all this money and they're miserable. And I said, no, don't use that as an excuse to keep me poor. Just because they don't know how to be happy with money, they weren't happy people in the first place. So the money has nothing to do with it. If I had money, I can assure you I would be fucking happy because I'm already a happy person. So there you go.
Oh, it's Ash's. I think is it Ash's puppy in the picture? She said that's why I chose not to have kids, just my animals.
Oh, that's the baby. Oh, gorgeous husky.
That's a pretty
And they're
dog in the
such
picture.
talkers too. I love them. They're such
I've always wanted
talkers.
one.
Me too, but
They're
it's way too
beautiful. Oh
hot.
my God.
It's way too hot here. It would be so cruel, I feel like.
Are they better like to live outside or inside?
I
Like
think they like to be with their
they're
people.
big.
I feel like they like to
Okay.
be with their people. Like labs can be outside, but they'd rather they would rather be with their people. Y'all, okay, Emma, we need to talk about this. I think you're talking about are you talking about Saltburn, the new movie that it just came out on Prime? Is that the movie that you're talking about? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now. No, it's not what I thought it was going to be. And so I'm just going to tell you right now. Yeah, watch it. It's okay, but it's not a bad movie. It's just that the way that the trailer is makes you, and also the freaking warnings makes you think it's going to be one kind of movie when it's actually not. And I didn't appreciate that. It felt a little clickbaity. Don't put things in the horror category. Horror is a very specific genre, and I didn't appreciate that. Prime. Very upsetting. I would. Oh, you're in Florida too? Oh, I bet she loves it on the beach. And I would keep her in the. I mean, for me, if I had a husky, I would have her in the house all the time. But I have all my animals in the house all the time. I've never had an outside dog. I don't understand that.
I don't know. I kind of disagree about the horror genre thing because when anybody asks me what my favorite scary movie is, I always say Idiocracy.
Oh, well, like I've never had an outside dog, but where I like in West Virginia, it's a normal thing.
Yeah, I'm just not a
That's like
fan.
there's a lot of people with like guard dogs that they're not like in cages or on things, maybe in a maybe some of them are chained up, which is sad. But some of them are in fenced in yards and stuff and have dog houses and they're well taken care of. But for me, I just cannot have a dog that's or any animal. Well, I guess a bird or something, but I just don't like the cage, like a dog that's in a cage all the time. I know people that have dogs. Yeah, I see Rambo. Like we'll put him in the crate when we leave, but when I'm home, he has his dog bed and stuff that's out. I don't like that. But I know people who will leave their dogs in the crate all day long inside and let them outside to pee or play or whatever and put them back in a crate. And I've never understood that.
Not me. I can't do it. I could not do it. And Crime Curious, I read something the other day about I've seen Idiocracy a million times, but now I'm going to have to go back and watch it because evidently some of the things in that movie are happening currently. And now I need to go see.
Yeah, it's even scarier now. It just gets scarier and scarier over time.
It's a really good movie. You got to watch it. Yeah, but
it's a movie called Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. I'll send you a link. I just
Google it.
You'll have to see it. Saltburn wasn't a bad movie. It's a good movie, actually. It's just once I accepted that it was not a horror film, I was fine with it. I was just in the mood for a horror movie that night. I'm always in the mood for a horror movie. But anyway, I guess I'm going to let you guys go. I've kept you all for like 3 hours. It's a long time, and it's a school night, so we better get going. But thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it so, so very much. Welcome to the new members. I will be live tomorrow night. Do I know about what? No. Listen, if push comes to shove, you know what we can review is old Buster Murdoch's interrogation video. I'm very worried about SLED. We'll talk about that though. Okay. So anyway, thank you, Crime Curious. Thank you, Allie, for being here. If you haven't done so, y'all give your girl a thumbs up. I just so appreciate it. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.